Hey now, hey now, hey now. Yes. It's the Ooh Ladies First panel in this bitch, and we back for another one. You heard me? Listen, I'm sorry. I don't know why I felt the need to be like that at the beginning of this
Nah,
holiday.
I loved it. It sounded like a music drop. Sound like we
You
supposed to
know,
be rapping.
listen, you don't know what might happen. Every day, all I do is get my grind on. You heard me? Anyway, at Jami ThatsMe, at Bondy Blue, at Blue Rose Bondy on Twitter, at Necey Dixon on everything. Y'all make sure y'all follow us and subscribe to everybody's YouTube channel because our wonderful, exuberant, excellent panel moves through our channels here on YouTube. So
Mhm.
it'll be on somebody else's channel next week. That's why you got to be subscribed to everybody. Okay. Get into it. Get into it. Thank you very much. Are y'all ready?
Yes.
Ready,
Oh,
Eddie?
yes. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
What? Thank you. All right. We're back. We're happy to be back. We hope everybody is having a good evening and that y'all got y'all drink, y'all wine, y'all water, y'all tea, y'all snacks, whatever you need.
Clink,
Okay.
clink,
All right. I got my little
clink,
keto
clink.
rolls. I got my little keto rolls.
Okay.
Okay, listen, wine now, cry later. All right. Because I got
That's
a
Oh,
cute.
t-shirt. The t-shirt was cute. So I had to, I was like, I like to support other
that's
content
what's
creators.
up.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here for entertaining as pimp, you know what I mean? It's hard. So
Mhm.
I support the people when I support the people. Okay. Um, but I got a nice little show. But how y'all doing? How y'all week been?
It's been pretty good. It's been cool.
Yeah.
Playing.
I say the same thing every fucking week. Every week I be like, whoo, it's been a week. But no, for real. By the time Thursday get here, I'll be like, oh my gosh, I just want to drink wine and talk to my girls. I didn't even re up on my favorite wine, but I got something. I'm just excited to be here. That's it.
That's what's up.
Listen, I'm excited to be here too, especially because I have a week ahead of me. Okay.
Mhm.
It's a lot going on. Y'all know the Super Bowl is
Come
gone, but
on.
Mardi Gras is on the precipice. Okay, and I got a ball to go to Saturday night. Then me and Lyric going to another ball the following Saturday, child. And in between that, it's the events, it's the parades. If I decide to go to places and stuff like that, it's a lot going on, girl. But I'm going to a ball tomorrow, so I had to go and get shoes and all of that.
Okay.
And I hate to be like this, but it's Valentine's Day. So my husband was like in the area, right? So he came to the mall and he was like with me, and I was like, "Baby, what you think about these shoes?" He was like, "I don't know, get both of them." And I was like, "Well, all right." So I got both of them, and he bought them. And I was like,
Mhm.
"Well, all right, these are my shoes for whatever dress I decide to go with."
Mhm.
Um, have y'all ever worn Skim the Kim Kardashian Skims? Have y'all ever worn her stuff?
You
Mm-mm.
got
Do you
some?
have it?
I ordered something because I needed something for this dress. I thought it had more shaping in it and it doesn't.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, I need to, but I have multiple dresses. So it was two purple ones. And the one, if the shaping comes, I'll wear that one with a certain pair of shoes. And then if not, I have another lighter purple one that does have more padding in it. And I'll wear that one. But yeah, I was like, I've never worn her stuff, but I hear so many good things about it. I was just like, oh, let me just order it right quick on priority and see if it get here in time.
Mm.
I hear.
Okay.
Oh, was it? Oh, priority from Skims. I hear good things about Skims. Let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
I refuse to give that woman. I be feeling like that too, because I don't really like them people like that neither. But the way it just popped in my mind, and I was just like, child, I'm giving money to everybody else that's fucking over us. Let me just go ahead and
Okay.
Her sister makes some good jeans too. Them good
oh,
American jeans.
really? Really?
Oh, that's
Them good
Kim K.
American jeans are good. That's Chloe.
Oh, Chloe. Okay.
Girl,
Hmm.
actually, I was in
Yeah.
H&M buying jeans. I have discovered that I like baggier jeans now, and this is not about gender expression. This is about me not liking tight shit on my, like riding up my cooch, like the
Oh
how the
yeah.
jeans be tight around the thigh,
Mhm.
and like when you sit down, it be like, and I'm like, I don't feel
Girl.
like all of that. So
Yeah.
I've been like buying the jeans to be a little baggy so that I don't have them sticking to my thighs like that, man. It's not cool. It's not
Hmm.
cool.
Coochie cutters.
Yes, no matter
Yeah.
what. No matter what. It's
Hey.
Yes, mom jeans are everything. And I wear,
Oh,
I do have mom jeans. It's like sometimes it's like either mom jeans or it's the baggy jeans. Which make me look like a stud, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. Uh,
mhm.
but it's how it comes out sometimes. Like I don't know what y'all want me to do. I have like, legs and big old titties and shit. Y'all want to get a breast reduction. I'm tired of this shit. It's too hot.
Not it being too hot. Like it's too
That's
hot. They can
crazy
keep
when
it.
we over here freezing.
No, it's
Right.
not. No, it's actually cool down here today. But I just mean in general, we were looking at the calendar. Somebody on TikTok said some crazy shit about the way they think about the months of the year, and I didn't realize we think about it differently. Like some people think about it in 6 months, 6 months increments. Some people,
Oh wow.
look at the months staggered across like a linear path. I think
Mhm.
about it as a circle. So I think, right now we are in February. So right now, if this is midnight,
Wow.
we're at like 11 or 10 o'clock.
That's
And
crazy.
that's how I think about it. That was
I've
the
never
weirdest.
known a person to think about
You said if it's midnight, we're at
months like
11 or
that
10
because I
o'clock.
do think about it like this.
No, I'm thinking
Yeah, I
about
do.
it.
You think
Yeah, I
about
was
it
just
like
as yeah, I think about it like a clock.
hands
Oh,
on the clock. Oh, that's
yes.
wow.
Yeah, I think about it as a line.
That's
That's
But
interesting.
it's like
wild.
first half, second half.
Were you
It's
taught
hot, cool.
were you taught that like in school or something? Like did you learn it like
No,
that?
no,
Or
it's just
okay.
really how I think about the year. Like I literally feel like you're doing this, like May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Like I feel like you're just doing this. That's what it
Hmm.
feels like to me.
It's legit given that. Like it's
Hmm.
legit.
No, I saw other people in the comments that was like, "Do we not all think about it like a circle?" I was just
That's
like,
so funny.
I was like,
No.
Yeah, that makes sense though, because you starting over. Why do I think about it as a I think about it that way, and this might not make sense, but because my birthday is at the end of the year, I
mm,
see my birthday as like a new year thing. So I don't think about it
right,
roundabout. I think about it to get to the end of the year, basically. So I'm just
Mm.
thinking straight
right.
ahead.
Okay, okay. Some
So
people,
how do you see your zodiac signs, Bondy? Do you see
oh,
them? Because usually that's how they show up, right? In like a circle format.
yeah.
So maybe that's I don't
Maybe
know.
that's
That's so
why.
interesting.
Maybe I
Yeah.
know. Y'all, it was crazy because I saw it and then I just asked Lyric. I was like, "How do you think about it?" Like, I didn't realize we were thinking about this shit differently.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was interesting. I forgot I was on TikTok. I forgot why I was saying that. I forgot why I was even saying that, y'all. No, I have fell in love with like this part of TikTok where the girls wear baggy clothes and
Mhm.
they're very like gaudy. So like they'll have like, makeup, hair, nails, buku jewelry, but like baggy clothes. And it's like the Asian girls, and then it's like
Hmm.
some of the like, and black girls that do it. But that's what I see mostly. And it be real cute. I be like, so we're on it. We're here. Cause if it looked like stuff that if a man wore it, you would be like, what's happening?
Are they slim though? Are they slim people?
Yes, they're
See,
skinny.
that be the problem
Great
sometimes
question.
because you may
Yes,
think it's gonna fit on you, then you thick, and then it just makes it look bigger than what it is
yes.
sometimes. It's like, damn.
That's why
Which is
mom
why
jeans don't look like mom jeans on me. Because I'm tall
yeah,
and my thighs are big.
Yeah.
So
it just don't
like
look
when I
like
try to put
little
on mom
baby.
jeans, they fit the thighs and the waist just be baggy. It just I can't
Yes.
do mom jeans at all.
Yeah. Mine are mostly baggy and then high waisted. When I think of mom jeans, I think of high waisted.
Yeah.
So I have a whole bunch of like, medium high waisted jeans, of course, Fashion Over
Mhm.
Down and Shein and all of that
Yeah.
shit. But my good
Mhm.
jeans are like the ones that I've gotten that are like a little bit baggier now because I need my thighs to live and breathe because like what is happening. But you're right, it does make and then also I'm short, so I do often feel like I have to be much skinnier in order, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
That's why I wanted
I
to do
get
the
it.
reduction, like because then we'll not see all of this, you know what I'm saying, like because I feel like my
Yeah, the
boobs
breast is also an illusion. Like
mm-hmm.
the bigger your breast, the overall illusion is that you're bigger, but you're really not.
Yes.
Like that's the
Yeah.
difference that certain bras will make. Like that's why I never wear a
Yeah.
push-up bra. Well, for one, I don't like my titties sitting like up here, and then for two, I just the build on my body is better when my titties are given medium.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't know. It just depends on each person. I don't know.
What kind of bras do you do? Do you do like sports bras or?
No, I get the t-shirt bras. I'll do wired or wireless from Target. Just minimal.
Gotcha.
I love a bralette. I hate the confinement because they are big, the confinement. But like if I want to judge, then I like t-shirt bras. And I do a lot of what you call them? Strapless bras. And that's a tricky thing because you gotta go down the sides in order for it to stay so that you don't
say
yes.
You know what I want so bad though? I want them damn Boombas. Have y'all been getting ads for that like crazy?
Oh, what's
Boombas?
They're the little maybe it's just me because they know I've been looking. It's a little, you know how they have the sticky stuff that you are able to pull your breast up with?
Oh,
These are like the shape of a triangle, like a bra insert, but they're sticky on the front and on the back. Yeah, you connect it to your shirt and it actually like stays up. It's not just the ones that
I did.
Man, I want some of them.
I mean, you put it in a shirt, bam, you pick it up and you rub it down. I saw a girl doing a whole video.
And then you see the left side, the right side, and they're like, look at this. Oh my, and you can wear it on swimsuits, all that stuff. Oh, I want one of those so bad.
Minimizer bras. Oh, okay, I need to get some more of those. But yeah, it's just, but sometimes I'm like, I guess, it's not so bad because it's not like I look like Wendy Williams or anything.
No, I almost brought her up. I feel like we can't talk about titties and Bill without bringing up Wendy.
Because
she got so much.
Who else is there? Okay.
That one lady, Star Jones.
Or Sherry.
No, it was
Sherry Shepherd.
She went and got her boobs reduced. She looks good.
Oh, she got a reduced?
Yeah, she got a boob reduction.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, it looked good.
That's what's up.
All right. So cute talk. I got a lot of shit for us. And I'm gonna just start rolling videos and we'll just see how we feel. Because I feel like we should just have conversations.
Okay.
Sponsored by Democratic State Representatives Anita Somani, an OBGYN from Dublin, and Tristan Rader of Lakewood.
The whole entire point of this bill is to call out the hypocrisy of particularly the state legislature when they bring forward bills to regulate women's bodies.
Now, there are exceptions to the proposed law, which include sperm donation, contraception, and members of the LGBTQ community. Men face a maximum $10,000 fine after the third offense if they have sex with a woman without the intention of conceiving a child.
Men have the same rights no matter where they go in the country. Women have rights based on where they live.
It just misses the most basic biological facts and leans in towards middle school humor.
Austin Beigel with End Abortion Ohio calls the proposal disrespectful to the pro-life community and a waste of state resources.
They have to review it when they file it. They're going to have to stick a legal team on it, wasting time on that and delaying other bills that are trying to be reviewed as well.
ABC6 asking viewers about the proposal in an online poll. 26% said it's a good idea. 74% telling us it's a waste of time.
This may be considered a waste of money by some people, but we have had far bigger misuse of taxpayer money in bills that have been proposed and passed.
The final draft still being written. The proposed legislation will get a hearing after it's submitted. But with a Republican-controlled legislature, the bill not expected to go anywhere.
For this particular bill, that's certainly okay. Again, the whole point of this bill wasn't to get it passed. The whole point of this bill was to call out the hypocrisy.
It's the second time they've done this because a black mayor did it. Not a mayor, but a black council member. I forgot his name.
Was he in Mississippi?
I think so. It was a southern state.
Somebody in the comments said.
Yeah, but he put up the exact same thing. And it's like, $10K, I guess as a punishment payment if you get somebody. And I mean, I've been saying that, and I don't understand why y'all don't agree with that. I think it's mostly men and stupid women, because to me, I feel like, why not?
I don't agree with it.
Why not?
I do not agree with it. I'm hollering because you said stupid women.
I don't know you're not stupid, so I'm trying to understand what's the
That's why I started laughing. Like, oh
no, because I mean,
don't.
It says,
honestly,
unless you wear contraception, You know what I'm saying? Like there are,
but you can't have. So basically, they're saying you cannot have raw sex unless you're trying to have a kid, and if you do, they're gonna fine you.
Yeah, but who gonna tell? Unless the woman tell. Who gonna
Right?
tell?
Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna tell? But the thing is, why are we making laws regulating what people do naturally, which is have sex? And why are we like making laws about people's bodies in general? It's a slippery slope to me, and I just don't think that they should do that at all. They need to
we've
create
already
other
slid.
laws. We're sliding. That's true. We're
feel like we've
sliding,
already
but this is enough.
I think there should be some controls on them niggas. I'm sorry. I think it's way too many men that are just like recklessly having children and then turning around telling some woman to have an abortion. Like that's just some small thing. No, if you have a third time where you didn't ejaculate it into
So they said
someone,
3 times. So it's not just the first time. So 3 times.
Yes, third time's a charm.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm following. I'm thinking that okay, this is stopping them from procreating all these children in broken households.
Yes, it's giving repeat.
Okay,
yes.
I thought, I was thinking this was the first time, like one and
just
done
all
forever
in all.
across the
No.
board.
Like, they said, like it has to be 3 times, like your third time, basically getting some woman pregnant that you did not intend to have a child with. Like
I thought they said without the intent. I thought it was for they got to be fined $10,000 if they're smashing women and they're having sex without the intent to create a child.
But I feel like the only way you could say that is if a woman got pregnant and then you say you don't want the baby. It's like, well, you ejaculated inside of her. So she should, like, then you would be able to bring up that charge, right?
But see,
like,
that's the muddy
I
waters.
feel like that would make sense.
Yes, I think that's one of them. But I also think that, you know how women can accuse men of sexually assaulting them, right? So then the other layer is, well, he didn't technically sexually assault me. Like we were in it together. It's just that we hunched a few times and he didn't intend on getting me pregnant when that was my goal, which was to get pregnant. But he just out here hunching to be hunching, and it could just create a lot of controversy.
I guess he shouldn't be hunching and just be hunching.
And then here's the other part. For the men, they will really be messed up because, you know, men are hoes and they like to diddy bop from woman to woman. So you're going to around and have plenty of fines, and you're going to mess around and have plenty of cases on your ass because you out here just hunching. But it's not going to go anywhere. I do think that,
but in a perfect world, I feel like we're going to tell women that they can't have abortions and all of this other shit, all of these parameters put on women's bodies. I feel like there should definitely be some rules on these niggas' sperm.
I think they should create some birth control for men. Like
they're not going to use it though. They did already. They're called condoms. The niggas still don't use them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
either,
that's on both sides.
Back there.
Yeah.
And they don't like.
I like that they're introducing it though to call out the hypocrisy because just as Necey said, it is going to raise the attention of some people in Congress. That's like, yeah, like why are we over here regulating what people doing with their body naturally? Like, come on, y'all. You know,
I mean, so that's the only thing I've been saying.
Conversation.
Yes, because it seems extremely unfair for us to only have the conversation about when women are the ones getting pregnant. Like, oh, he didn't want the baby. Why you kept the bitch? I don't want to get an abortion. Are you crazy? Like, why should I have to do that when we both knew what we were getting into when we both decided to have unprotected sex? Like, it's like people think unprotected sex doesn't lead to babies or some shit. Like,
and diseases. That'd be the other thing too. A lot of times they think it only leads to babies. And it's like, bruh, I think they just said that Atlanta has, like, along with Houston, like the highest HIV rate. Like, what y'all got going on?
Men rejected birth control like women because they hated the side effects. I wonder what
I can see that too. Because some women, I know when I was on birth control, that was like years ago after my son, and I ain't gonna lie, I ain't take you since. I was on Depo. That shit had me bleeding for a month. I said,
girl,
done.
I was on Depo
done.
Too. Depo is the devil. I would never suggest nobody to. I was crashing out behind Depo. I stopped taking Depo. I switched to the low hormone pill, but I ain't been back on it either. I just don't. I don't want to have to figure out if something worked for my body or not and go crazy in the process or be bleeding, like you were saying, Jami, for a month or two.
Well,
sure.
this wasn't even on my bingo card, but since we talking about it, I feel like we might as well segue. Because I feel like that rule was basically made for your boy and Aisha Howard.
Oh
Oh,
Lord.
Aisha Howard.
Okay, so
Ain't that little baby mama? Is
I
that the I think that's the
okay,
same
hold up.
girl.
I'm about to pull it up. I don't know who she is because I don't know these people, but when the stories go viral and they post them on several blogs, I start paying attention. That's all. That's all I got for them. Okay.
Yep, that's little baby mama. She
Okay.
got pregnant by somebody else.
Baby.
Yes. So she got pregnant by a ball player, I believe.
Yeah, this is the one that played for Colorado.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards, NBA, Anthony Edwards.
Ouch.
And he filed for paternity for her baby.
Okay, I remember
And
that.
her baby's a newborn, and he's trying to take the baby from her. And so she provided text message showcasing how he didn't even want the baby, and he wasn't taking her being pregnant seriously, and was like laughing at her and shit. Like, and this is his, I think, 4th baby. Like,
Oh wow.
he like, okay, Ella, she wrote all of this about I'm pregnant, wanted to tell you in person, but you gave me no other choice. We probably should have kept it cordial. To me, he knew you was pregnant. Okay, LOL, get the abortion. I don't need hush money. My intentions aren't to blackmail you in any way. I'm being upfront and honest. I'm not getting an abortion. It's not an option. I can keep you updated through the process, or I can disappear until the baby's here. It's on you. Either way, I'm done going back and forward because you still think it's a joke. And listen, oh my God, laugh emojis, bye. Like, I won't be in a child life. I don't want. You are sick. He's calling her sick. She said, because you bringing a child in a world that's gonna be without a father. Like, all of this gets put on her. Like, he didn't have sex with her without a condom. He said, she was like, well, maybe this will teach you a lesson. And he was like, I'm not trying to learn. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. So with that, people was going in on her. And, I guess blaming her, of course. She should have had the abortion. Why are you having a baby if you don't, all of that shit? But she was like, you all have become so numb, ungrateful, and disrespectful of the ability to reproduce and give life that abortion has become desensitized. You are so accustomed to seeing, hearing, and being raised by women who had to be the village after abandonment that society has normalized cowardly behavior. Now the blame is placed on the woman on innocent babies while the man is continuously protected. Let me fix that. It's not your fault, sis. It's your body, your choice, and your voice still matters. Although you may have seen your mother, aunts, and grandmother handle this on their own, they were never supposed to, and neither are you. To the men who have lacked and continue to lack male representation, influence, and accountability, being a man doesn't start and stop with an erection. Being a father is not optional after bypassing the preventative measures available to you beforehand. Don't become what your fathers were to your mothers. Conceiving takes two. In that moment, both male and female have choices that determine the outcome of tomorrow. If everyone's responsibility to make choices, they can live. I'm sorry. I think if everyone's responsibility to make choices, they can live with. I'm happy with mine. My daughter is a God-given gift, not a mistake. The act was consensual, and my baby is not to blame. It's my body, my choice, my right, my mind. I'm not imposing what you should do with your body. So please respect my choice with mine. To any woman navigating single motherhood, stay strong and stand tall for your babies. The wrong is in abandonment, not in the blessing of reproduction. Child, that was a fucking word. That was a word.
I just had to look it up. I had to look up how old he was and how many kids he had. He got too many kids to be 23 to be acting like this.
Exactly.
Like, why is he surprised? You're fucking these women raw. Why are you surprised?
She look what she said. She said you gave me no choice, which tells me he was he was ducking her. She was trying to tell him in person and all of that, and he was ducking her, which tells me you already knew you had gotten her pregnant.
This reminds me of somebody I know.
And with all of that, she could have potentially missed the window here in Georgia to even have an abortion if that was something she was interested in doing. And he's not even answering the call enough to even have that conversation. And maybe she came to terms with, like, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe initially she was like, it's whatever. I just need to let him know. And maybe over time, thinking about it, she was like, you know what? It's all good. I want my kid. I know I want more kids. If this what it
What do y'all
is, it's
have to
just what
say
it is.
about the age gap? I keep
What's the
seeing
age?
people
What's
talk
the age
about this
gap?
age gap. She 38, he 23. So people are feeling like she trapped him. But honestly, I
He
don't.
trapped his damn self. Well, I need them to focus on the fact that this boy was already having multiple children first.
Thank you, Jami. Thank you.
And
And
this
look at
nigga trapped
them.
himself.
When you see them together, it's not given, to catch a
The
predator.
cute
Like she
baby.
looks
Yeah,
like someone.
that he would
She
want.
looks. Yeah, it's not
Like that's not
given.
coercion.
Right.
That's
Now
another
this
thing
is a
I
little
feel
bit
like.
different than Drake.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's a little bit different from Drea because that dude was like brand new and friends with her son and all of that shit. I don't think this lady got no son involved in this. But either way, I feel like these basketball niggas is basketball niggas and these baddie bitches is baddie bitches. Like I
You
don't.
say she don't got no son involved.
Yeah, meaning
She
like
got her. She got a son.
what he is he friends with Anthony?
How
Oh
old is
no,
he?
not an older son. She got a young
Oh yeah,
boy.
no, I meant
I was
like
about to
a
say,
son
he
his
23?
same age.
Oh hell, fuck no.
That's what I meant.
Right.
Because Drea's son is the same age as old boy, and it was
Yeah.
cool
That's
and
her
shit.
baby daddy.
Yeah.
I have a question though. My question is, I think that as much as I do put accountability on him because he was the one to me that's more reckless in this situation, I think that women as well can just be more mindful of who you're connecting yourself with. Now, granted, there are some people that's just gonna finesse you. You're gonna think you got the best person in the world, you're gonna get finessed. But with this young guy in particular, I wonder how many babies does he have and how many baby mamas. And I feel
3
like
and
that
3.
should have been 3 kids with 3 different women.
And this would be number 4,
And
number
she
And
4.
this is why
and the
I feel
funny
like
thing is
she shouldn't have
only
fucked
one is
with him.
confirmed.
You
The
said
other
what?
Only
one is confirmed his, the other 2 are all rumored or alleged.
Listen,
Mm.
I don't know, but if she knew, and I don't think he should have been one to fuck with Haki. But we're here now, and I think that she's doing what's right.
I do too. I mean, listen, I feel like at the end of the day, life is a game. And the way these men get a cheat code when they become basketball stars, you get a cheat code to women, you get a cheat code to money because you play a sport. So understand the women see you as a cheat code to money. Okay. So at the end of the day, like, stop acting like you're not okay with the exchange that's being made when y'all be out here naked fucking with these women. Like, stop it. Stop it. You know what you're doing just as much as she knew what she was doing. Because at the end of the day, why else would a 38-year-old woman want to get pregnant by this nigga? Because
23
you
year
want you think
Exactly.
he's somebody that's gonna take care of a fucking child. And his stupid ass probably seemed gullible. But what you forget about is that these niggas been raised from an early age to be selfish. They don't think about nobody but themselves. And you put being a basketball star on top of that, being tall, being a nigga around here with a little bit of money,
Low key
like
cute.
low key cute.
And then they always come with that, one of my homegirls was telling me about somebody that made a post like, I don't know why you women have babies by men that don't want it. BITCH, why the men that don't want kids are not out here not having sex?
Or
The
get
men that don't want
vasectomy.
kids, why they not out here making sure they wear the proper protection if they don't want it? Y'all go through the complete acts, want to beg and do things raw, whatever the case is, and then as soon as she gets pregnant, you expect her to go through the abortion. That's the risk you take. That's the
Yeah.
gamble of it all. When you
Exactly.
know you're in a space where you don't get to control what another woman does with her body. I don't care what the government got you thinking. You don't get to do that. So that's on y'all. Y'all gonna have to sit in that L. It's so unfortunate.
It is. It really is. Because I feel like at the end of the day, like, what are y'all doing all of this for? Like, what are you doing it for? Like, at some point, all you have left is the people you've harmed, the children you've neglected. Because y'all niggas
Yep.
don't keep NBA money. Y'all niggas
No,
don't keep
don't.
NBA money.
Nah, just so
So
they could act like they a damn hero. Daddy got to work. I'm always away because I have to be rich for you. I do what I got to do for you. Your mom's
I
selfish
mean, it's
because I'm
sacrifice.
rich.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as my kids
Mhm.
know who they are. I'm gonna know who I am.
Oh, I hate that line. Oh, I hate that line.
Speaking of,
Everything.
speaking
That
of,
Don't
line.
get me
Oh,
started.
I hate the shit out that line. Long as my
you
kid know who I am, yeah, they gonna know the fuck nigga that you is. They
listen.
gonna know the ain't shit ass nigga. That you're absolutely correct. That's what they're going to know, and that be the thing because they love try to talk down on the baby mama, like she's saying negative thing. That they don't have to say nothing, sir. The mamas don't gotta say nothing. The kids gonna see it for themselves. It's crazy.
The gaslighting is really annoying. Like, are we all here? Can we all see and hear? Like, is it Helen Keller? What's going on? Like, why are we acting like you don't know you a piece of shit, so everybody else around here know you a piece of shit? Stop playing with me.
It's because they're athletes, you know. They athletes. They're
Which
the
means
trophy.
you're not a piece of shit. Yeah.
Sad.
So
I'm
nobody
gonna tell y'all this
knows.
though. Ooh, I'm gonna tell y'all this though.
What?
So we talking about husbands that ain't shit. What about the husbands that ain't shit that turn the kids against the mama? I'm about to play.
Where does that happen?
I'm about to play a package for you. Get your snacks.
Lauren sent me the Wendy Williams doc to watch at 4 a.m. and said, sis, it went up. We got to watch. And I'm like, you must not have a baby. She don't know what it's like to wake up at 4 a.m. with a 5-month-old baby. Molly looking at me like, we about to watch Wendy? I'm like, no. So tell me what I needed to watch that was so important.
Okay, so the Wendy Williams doc that TMZ did on Tubi, it's called Saving Wendy Williams, dropped today, and they got into a ton of stuff, but most importantly, people have been trying to figure out how she got into this conservatorship to begin with, and what's the issue with her family, her son, and why didn't that work out?
Wells Fargo, your bank, said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who is the person that was doing this?
My son is a good person, but at this point, he is a horrible person to me. And what is going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
Is Kevin on the doc?
Little Kev is not on the doc, and they said that he does deny all of everything that is being alleged, but he can't do the doc because of however the conservatorship or guardianship is set up. He's not able to come on camera and speak.
So maybe the bank did a good call by making sure that her money is protected and people are not just spending her money, right?
Well, you make a good point because Wendy gets into that as well because there were things happening with people that were around Kevin and Wendy's money too. Let's take a listen to that.
Somebody pretended to be me. And it wasn't anybody in my family. It happens to be a person that I was introduced by my son. And it's a woman approximately my age group. It's nobody from the family. Listen, this woman called on the phone pretending to be me. Red flag, Wells Fargo, red flag, red flag. And so red flag, thank God, they stopped all of the money that had been stolen from me by these people.
Wendy at that point said when all of that was happening, she was like, wait, hey, bank, come on in here. I might need y'all. And that's how she ended up in this conservatorship situation. She talked about not really understanding what a conservatorship was and how it worked. And then boom, now she's in this, what she calls a luxury prison. Now, she does also talk about the A&E documentary because they talk about the fact, Charlamagne, you brought this up before, of where was the Guardian during all this time? Now you have this lawsuit. Let's take a listen.
There are some people who say the main reason the Guardian is being so restrictive is that the Guardian took a lot of heat for allowing Wendy to do that Lifetime documentary when she was under the influence of alcohol and the Guardian wasn't there to protect her when it was being filmed, and this is an overreaction to that.
I would be disappointed in that Guardian that she's punishing Wendy for her lack of oversight.
All of this happened under the watch of the Guardian, who is there to protect my aunt.
I think that part is crazy to me because if that is the case, right, and that will come out, I did reach out to Robbie Kaplan, who is the attorney for the Guardian in the A&E lawsuit, to figure out, are they going to say something in response to that? Because if that is the case, that's crazy. That's not Wendy's fault that she didn't have the foresight to see a lot of these things.
Yeah, but it's obvious. If you are the Guardian and then you're complaining that, people took advantage of her during this whole situation, where was you?
Right.
If you were the Guardian at
your
the
job,
time.
right.
But we don't want people to lose focus that, the documentary is about how she got into this guardianship in the first place.
Yes, 100%. And I think it does a good story of showing she just needed help and she thought she was saving herself and it completely went the wrong way. It shouldn't have went this way.
So yeah. What are you guys' thoughts? She basically said her son is a horrible person to her, and he introduced her to a woman who was around her age, who went to the bank and pretended to be her in order to take out a large sum of money. And I also have to wonder, and it's what I think. I think he was taking large sums of money out the account and giving it to his daddy. His daddy had been spending a lot of time going back and forth to court trying to get more money out of Wendy when Wendy stopped working. So, and let's not forget him and his new, baby mama's whole life was paid for off Wendy's dime. And I low-key feel like Wendy might have self-sabotaged her business so that she would not have to pay him. But in the process, and I've always low-key, and this is just me being me, but I've always low-key been mad at Wendy about this situation, even though it's not her fault. And it's not to blame the victim, but it's because I feel like she really allowed herself to fall apart because her and him broke up and because he had a baby on her. Like, you still you, bitch. Like, why would you allow yourself to disintegrate to the point that people was able to come in and take everything from up under you like that? But also, it's like, I mean, who can you trust if you can't even trust your fucking son?
And see, that's where I am a bit confused because I don't trust Wells Fargo in my personal. So I do question the information that they shared with Wendy regarding her son. So I'm just, I don't know. I just, it's a lot of different thoughts in my head that I'm thinking about the situation. But the one thing I need Wendy to, I guess, like, figure it out, because I feel like she was singing a different tune earlier on in the beginning when it came to her son. And him having that apartment and how she bought that apartment for him, and her intention was to buy the home for him. And when she went to the bank with the intentions of having money transferred so that she can purchase that property, then that's when everything went crazy with Wells Fargo, and then they started to shut down the accounts and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not going to say, well, no, that's my question. Are you lying now, or were you lying then, or were you just leaving some information out? Because some part of it doesn't make sense. I don't know. I got to go back and watch the documentary. And some part of me kind of want to compare some of the things that she said earlier on in comparison to what she's saying now. And where you're getting this information, you're getting it directly from Wells Fargo. Did they present you with any documents? They wouldn't even let you see your own money. And you still haven't seen your own money to even know what was really in your account. So and your son is even denying these allegations. So it's like, is that what really happened, or are they feeding you this information? Now, in terms of, when people say, oh, I feel like, Kelvin set him up to do it to get the money out. Could be, could not be. But what we do know to be facts is that that man was actually getting his checks that Wendy signed off on. And the only reason he's in court now is because ever since the Guardian took over Wendy, everything has stopped. Anybody that's supposed to receive, everything stopped. And he's been court ordered to receive checks. So he's trying to take her to court to get his money, because that's what Wendy agreed to a long time ago. The issue is, for the past 2 years or so, he has been trying to get this lady to provide him with the records, and the court has told her to provide Kelvin with Wendy's financial documents so that he can proceed with the case, and she has yet to do it. When I hear stuff like that, I'm like, everybody's sketchy in the situation. For me, I'm not going to say the son is 100% innocent, but I know that Wells Fargo isn't all the way 100. So I'm questioning I feel like everybody's in cahoots, right? So I'm questioning Wells Fargo. I'm questioning the judge. I'm questioning the conservator, guardian, whatever. So I just feel like they all finessing. And I'm like, Wendy, I don't even know if you know which way is right or left. For real, for real.
Which it's just, I feel like on some level, because this is so fucking horrific, you want like an explanation of how this fucking happened. Because my God.
That's crazy. Because see,
I'm thinking multiple things can be true. When I'm thinking about the relationship, that Wendy and her son have, I'm just so confused. When this first happened, everybody was thinking that Wendy was just sick. Then it turned into an alcoholism thing. And like you said, Bondy, how you were frustrated with Wendy for letting herself go all because this man cheated on her. The son could also feel like, well, damn, fuck me. Your whole world turned upside down because my daddy cheated on you. So maybe he's upset. Maybe he does want the money. Like, what is going on? My lifestyle shouldn't change because you couldn't keep your shit together. So I think it's two sides to the story. Wendy is a victim in the way that she set up her business and the people that she has controlling her. But I also feel like she's the villain in somebody's story. Everybody's a villain in somebody's story, and that might be the case with her son.
Yeah. In addition, Wendy always talk about how everything she does is for her son. And I feel like him spending money, I know everybody was like going crazy over whatever he was spending. I feel like that's not his first time doing that SHI. And typically that is what a lot of rich kids do. That doesn't really alarm me that he spent money of his rich ass mama. It's more so the person that allegedly imitated Wendy in some fashion and tried to get into her account. And that is what I have a question about. Now, she said that it's somebody that she met through the son and that person. So I'm like, either you're befriending the wrong people, you got finesse because that was their intentions, or you were a part of this, or Wells Fargo could be damn lying because it ain't like they haven't done this shit before. Okay, so
something is definitely up with the judge and the conservatorship thing. That whole thing is absolutely neat. I don't know who you can call for help at this point, bitch. Ghostbusters, but somebody needs to be called about that situation.
I'm glad you know what else? One of the reasons I also heard that she was in that guardianship was because of the drinking. Her sister, from what I understood, wanted to be her guardian. Wendy denied her because, of course, they're not going to let her drink. So from what I was hearing is that, and I was listening to an attorney talk about this, when she denied her sister, that kind of like also assisted her into getting into that. Her family wanted to have control over her, but Wendy wanted to be able to drink but they weren't going to allow her to do that. You're muted.
Necey, you're muted.
You're still muted.
I said they already released a documentary on this. I feel like we all just watched a documentary on this maybe 3 years ago. We talked about it on the panel.
I think it was last
year.
Her
sister was coming. And it had a pretty bow to the end of it. I thought it had a not pretty bow to the end of it. Basically, we found out that her family was, or her managers, everybody was doing her dirty, but her family was the one that was trying to step up and gain back control. So I don't know.
Yeah, because
it's so many documentaries about this, but I still feel like there's stuff that we're not learning.
I agree.
It's sad. We know that she filled out some paperwork in order to end her conservatorship yesterday or today. So we'll, see what happens with that. But I really hope that they do let her off the conservatorship, because no matter what, I feel like she sounds like she should be able to run her own fucking money. Like, it's ridiculous.
I would think so. And another thing that gets me is the fact that the conservator would go as far as to, or the guardian would go as far as to shut Wendy's son down from even being able to talk and say anything.
That was another thing I felt like didn't sound right. Like, what you mean?
And they did that the first time. So when he was able to get her down to Florida and she was doing better, not drinking, doing none of that, they threatened him and told him, if you don't send her back, we're gonna hit you with kidnapping charges.
Yeah.
So they did that's why I'm like, this whole thing is kind of like sketchy, because they put a lot of allegations out there on him, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna say that he's fully wrong, but I am gonna say Wells Fargo is questionable.
It is.
And she was calling out Lori Schiller. That's the thing. Wendy spent a lot of time calling out Lori Schiller, who was over her financial documents. And then now you get on the call and you're like, oh, well, my son was doing this, my son was doing that. And I'm like, is that what you know to be fact? Or is that what they told you? Because when you asked at the time to see your own financial records and get access to your account, they locked you out of all of your shit. So that's why I'm like, I can't trust what you're telling me if you can't even let me get access to my shit right when it happened. They shut her shit completely down. Everything. So it's like,
I definitely feel like there's something to be said about not trusting what Wells Fargo is saying, but I also feel like, what the fuck is going on with the family? Like, why were they not the first option? You know what I'm saying? If something really was wrong with her and all of this,
right?
And again, it's just so much speculation.
Unless it's like what Jami said.
What?
The
About
part
the
when they
drinking.
want when
I said unless it's
when
like
they
what
wanted
Jamie
her.
said.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
about she
When-
didn't want to be by the family because of the
Right,
drinking.
and that's
Yeah,
why.
that's what I heard an attorney saying
Right.
when she said she looked at some court documents, and what it appeared is that her sister was trying to be her guardian,
Right.
but Wendy didn't want I guess they didn't want her drinking or something. Wendy said, "No, I don't want her to be,
I do
my
feel like that's
guardian."
what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of this is Wendy's fault, like on some
But then
level.
here's
And
the other thing
I
too.
hate to blame the victim.
Can I also say this is that although the sister went to petition to want to be her guardian, based on how their shit is set up, I don't think she would have got it anyway, because the judge constantly appoints people
They
over
already
to
know.
Sabrina Morisi and a list of other people. So I don't think she
Exactly.
would have got it anyway.
Right. They never tried. Whoever that judge is specifically doesn't want, like, there is some money, some hands being washed in that situation. I feel like those people might have gave money to her campaign to become judge in the first place. And so then on the back end, she gives them all of these conservatorship situations of people who got money. Like, that's really what it seemed like to me.
And it's really sad. It's
yeah.
just so damn sad because y'all hit her up and tell this lady that she's being financially abused, only for her to really go on and be financially abused, because y'all sat up there and told this lady she ain't had no money. Wendy, the money's gone. And if you listen to different interviews, Wendy does say that her Sabrina Morisi said the money was gone, but her best friend did an interview with a news station a long time ago when this shit first went down, and she said, I saw the money that was in Wendy's account. So I know she had millions sitting there. And then if people listen to Kelvin, Kelvin also knew how much she had millions of dollars in there. So it's like, where that lady money at?
Exactly.
It's sad. It's really
It
messed
is.
up. And then her son can't even talk. That's another thing where it's like, of course, people gonna be like, he's just like his daddy. You might be right. But if the two things can be true, could be just like his daddy, and they also could be full of shit.
Yeah.
As they out here restricting this boy from even being able to talk as they continue to slander his name out here. And it's like, well, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I hate it for her though.
I don't know, because this is the one thing I wanted to say though.
But I do have to fault her a little bit.
I mean, come on, bro. Like, I'm like, I don't even know what people want me to say. Fuck. But I'm gonna say this about the son. I feel like she does sound more coherent than she had previously. And I do wonder if it was a protection. And like, if I'm drinking and I'm not paying attention, then I'm not going to want to say it's my son. But if I sober up and I'm trying to get my life back together, and it's become, obvious to me that this was him, and now I'm saying it, because before I didn't really want to say it. I did think that, like, on some level, like maybe she knew the entire time, but wanted to protect him.
I feel like, once again, though,
and everything, because she even said he's a good person. He's just been horrible to me. But when she said that, when she said he's been horrible to me, that's what really made me believe that this might be, more truth than not, because that's also how you handle her. There have to be, instances.
I don't know. That's the same way. I'm trying to think about how addicts handle certain situations, and the last documentary, he was the only person, like, he was her pride and joy, the only person in all the mess. And I have to wonder, like, you had all this mess going with everybody else because of your issues, but I think it may have gotten to a point to maybe the son just said something, also with the money situation. But I wonder if she's to the point to where she's just mad at everybody else. That's what addicts do.
True.
Like, eventually at a certain point, there's one
everybody
person they
else's
have
fault.
hope in, one person who ain't been telling them about themselves. Right. And then the minute you tell them about themselves, it's like, okay, everybody hates me. You doing me so dirty.
Yeah.
And even with the right state of mind for Wendy, for me, it's still going to go back to the bank, because are you going off he say, she say, or are you going off actual factual documents that you can see and prove that these were transactions done by your son? They have not presented this lady with anything. So a lot of what Wendy is saying is going off of he say, she say, of what was told to her, because they not letting her see shit. So that's where I'm like,
But
and I have no doubt that, maybe Kevin has mishandled his mom because of the drinking. Remember when they went to go sit down, she was really hoping to see him. I think it was I don't know, she had took a trip down there. Kelvin came with his cousin, and she was really hoping he showed up or something, because he doesn't like when she gets like that.
You muted.
You muted, Necey.
You talking about the Tubi documentary?
I was talking about the Lifetime one.
The Lifetime.
Yeah.
When
Okay.
they went out to eat. And I think that she could be speaking
He
from
was
that space.
drinking.
Maybe he was horrible to her because he don't like what parent wants to see their parent doing drugs or drinking or something like that. So maybe he was hard on her at times. And that could be
Right.
from that place. But also
Yeah.
people got to
He
look
was
at
irresponsible
who's the
for money,
next
though. Yeah.
closest person to receive and inherit her stuff. It's not going to be the husband because she just divorced him. It's going to be the son. The son is young. He's easier for us to threaten.
Yeah.
He's easier for us to get the hell out, get him
And
out the way.
manipulate. And manipulate. That's what I
Yes.
wanted to say. When she was talking about a
And
woman that looked
manipulate.
like her,
Exactly.
that's what that sounded like. That
And
sounded
that's
like what bitch put cougar coochie on your son so he would, I feel like because think
The
about it.
reasoning,
People
I
would
don't
already
know.
know. People will already know this is Wendy's son, and maybe if I put the moves on him, I could pluck her pockets,
which
through
is
him.
possible.
You know what I mean? Like people always trying to scam somebody. So especially fucking Florida, you out there in fucking Miami. Oh, that's you getting scammed, bitch. Like so when she, when she said that what's going on in the house in Miami and you introducing me to this woman and it's the woman that you take down, that absolutely feels like it may not have even been his dad. It might really have been him befriending people that were using him
That
and
wasn't
using
right
them
for
as
him.
his friends. Exactly. You know how they be. They low-key be a little what you call it? Kept inside. Shit, I can't keep thinking the word. But when
Shelter.
kids sheltered, yes, be sheltered like a
Mhm.
motherfucker. So, I think that's another thing that we might have to think about when it comes to him. It's layers to this shit. Everybody know it's nuanced to some extent. I just want Wendy to be able to take care of her own affairs and not have some
Ultimately.
random white lady dipping in her pockets, and I damn sure don't want them blaming little Kevin if he didn't do it. But I also feel like this
Right.
definitely has some negligence and some being young and dumb, that might be applied. And also maybe some hurt feelings behind his upbringing. Mama is always working.
Potentially.
He might even like
Absolutely.
the other mama better because,
And
that's
it makes me
The
think also
the
that
stepmama.
yeah,
it also makes me think that
live down the street.
because of how Wendy's situation was with the absence of, having to work so much and the guilt of whatever with the dynamics of his dad, the breakdown of the marriage or whatever the case is, a lot of times parents give their kids things, primarily money, to pacify them, for their own
Yeah.
guilt.
Mhm.
So I feel like he could have potentially operated negligently and probably went overboard because she's giving him so many passes before. Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got it. Like that's fine. That's whatever, little Kevin. Yada yada yada. Because he really is her pride and joy because she
Yeah.
struggled to get pregnant with him because I think she had a few miscarriages.
Yeah.
So I think she
Yeah, she
carries like
said
a
that.
lot of guilt with her, and
It reminds me
that may
so
have something to
much
do with it. That he
of
could
Whitney
have took it too
Houston.
far or got taken advantage of.
It reminds me so much of Whitney Houston. Like it is crazy. And I remember her crying on the show about that when Whitney died, like seeing the parallels in their life from having drug, addictions and how it was hard for them to have kids and having probably wayward husbands and all of that type of shit. Like they had a lot of similarities, but especially when you get to this point, because I feel like at some point Whitney had that same locked in the house with just her and Bobby Christina vibe that I feel like Wendy is having in her life now that old boy is gone. You know what I mean? And I really hate to see when women have a marriage break apart and they completely just lose themselves. Like they weren't incredible people before they met these men. Because I feel like Whitney never snapped back either. I know she was fucking with Ray J in his book bag and all of that, but it wasn't the same thing as I think how she was when she was like, before Bobby in her Bobby stage. It was like once that relationship was over for her, it was like a bumpy downhill type of situation. And it's the same thing with Wendy. And, I just want women to not do that to themselves. Like, it's okay to let go. Let them niggas move on. You move on. Like, you still got a coochie, bitch. You'll be okay. Oh, Lord. It's a lot. Okay, so let's press. Okay. I feel like we need to switch it up a bit. So y'all know the Super Bowl happened, okay? We all saw the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
How did y'all like it?
I loved it. I thought he did a phenomenal
I did.
job. I love the Uncle Sam portion. What I loved the most was that I felt like he was telling us a story versus getting out there just performing. And he just did so much more than what a lot of rappers would have got out there and did. Like, I mean, Dr. Dre, when he came out and brought 50 Cent, I think he brought Kendrick, and I think he maybe even brought Eminem. He tried to give us, he gave us something. But this right here was awesome.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I
Yeah,
thought
I
it was
really
great.
love the dynamic staging. The
Yes.
visuals it wasn't just him on a stage going from
No.
left to right and dancing. It was like it was really a show
He
for
used
everybody
to
at
see
home.
it.
I really the visuals with everybody making up the American flag. I like that one scene where it was like a red background and they were like kind of in a triangle and he was right in front of the camera. Man, it was
Yeah,
everything. I loved it. I just wish they would have turned his mic up. I feel like the
Yes.
mic was a little low because I think they were scared about what he was gonna say, but I think it was an amazing performance.
Yeah. Nah, he
Yeah.
did a great job. And not only that, but I feel like, as a performer, how hard it is to rap or sing and walk fast at the same time. And he covered so much space on that field, moving from space to space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then Samuel L. Jackson, I actually found something out about Samuel L. Jackson that I did not know, which was like crazy. Samuel L. Jackson apparently I know he went to Clark Atlanta Morehouse back in the day, and he was a part of a group of people that held the board of trustees hostage so that they can get an African American studies department.
Mhm.
And Martin Luther King Sr. was one
Oh
of the
wow.
members, and he actually had like a heart attack while he was being held captive. And in order to make sure that they did not have any issues with what they were trying to accomplish, they basically let him out of a window, like, so that
What?
nobody would come to the door and
Mm.
so that they could get him to the hospital. Eventually they got what they wanted. But Samuel L. Jackson, of course, gets suspended from school. And he was really a part of the, Black Panther movement, civil rights movement. They said he actually was a pallbearer at Martin Luther King Jr.'s funeral.
Mhm.
And then that kind of made me think about his life a little bit clearer because at one point he was on drugs. He was a crackhead at some point. And I was just like, that makes so much sense. I feel like if I was somebody back then, like during that time, fighting so desperately, thinking that at some point we were gonna prevail and we didn't, and then it became pervasive. Like everybody just forgets and blends in and we just ignored the things. Like I think a lot of people from that era, Black Panther Party people, got on drugs or committed suicide or went to jail because the depression that took place after feeling like you lost, especially the way the FBI infiltrated. That's why the shit with music it's bigger than music, because essentially, historically, the music has been used to help the movement and also harm the movement. You know what I mean? So it has such a messaging behind it. So for him to be, Samuel L. Jackson to be the person that did that role, stay in line. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they talking about that the Duck One Life.
Oh.
That shit, like I was like,
I
damn.
didn't know anything about the Samuel L. Jackson story. It's the first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah, no, I found it
I heard it on
online.
TikTok a few days ago. I was surprised too because I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I had no idea. I know he went to Clark. He was there because I went to Clark, so I knew that. But I didn't know about any of that other stuff. And you know what it reminded me of, y'all? They just they've been promoting A Different World on Netflix, and I've been watching it back. And the way, girl, the way that they cared and made these huge statements, like Kimberly Reese giving up her fucking scholarship because the corporation was supporting apartheid in South Africa. And so she gave up her scholarship. And for the next few episodes, she damn near working herself to death. Like that type of shit, like you just don't see that type of dedication for real anymore. Like you just don't see it depicted like that. And then I don't know about everybody else, but Serafina was my shit back in the day. And that was based off the South African apartheid. So like, it was a thing back in the 90s to care about what was going on with other people and then like try to affect change even from your seat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like this kind of reminded me of all of that, like the vibes of that. So there was gonna be some people that didn't like it or had some stupid shit to say. So we had.
I see. KD. Ugh.
I'm not even gonna play him because who cares? He didn't get it. We don't get your hairline. We're
They say he friends with Drake. That's why he was just like, eh.
You know, that's what I said though, right? I said the only reason you didn't like it is either because you a fan of Drake, so you mad at Kendrick, or you're a fan of Wayne and you're mad at Kendrick. Those were the only two options to me. Or you are racist. Those are your three options. Drake, Wayne, racist.
Yeah, he friends with Drake.
Okay, so let me play what Stephen A. Smith said about Serena, because Serena crip walk on that ass. And it wasn't even just about Drake. This was about Wimbledon. This was about her being fined when she won Wimbledon for crip walking, and now being able to do it at the fucking Super Bowl, which is another huge space for sports. Like this was not just about Drake, but thanks for making it just about some dick, Stephen A. Smith. We know what was on your mind.
Right.
Her and Drake were together at one point in time.
Right,
and it seemed me like everybody wanted to get their lick back on Drake.
RC's, what Stephen A. is saying, if he was in that situation and now he's married, he's not allowing none of that's happening.
Hold on, no.
That's what he said.
If I'm married and my wife is going to join trolling her ex, go back to his ass. Because clearly you don't belong with me. What you worried about him for and you with me?
I gotta get that lick back.
Go ahead,
Stop it.
What?
Stop it, Stephen A.
This is true.
If you with Serena Williams, you gonna be a kept man anyway. Don't start that.
Really?
You ain't gonna run the house. You're not gonna wear the pants.
You know about that.
You sure about that? Question?
Hold on.
RC's hilarious. He said you're gonna be a kept man.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Alex is doing pretty well. You know, he found Reddit, and he saw Reddit.
I didn't even want to hear what Shannon had to say after, because I felt like Shannon was gonna say something hella ignorant. But I'm under the same belief of what everybody else has been saying. Stephen A. has never been married. There we go.
Somebody read it for me, please. I'm chewing a granola bar.
Okay, yeah, let me go ahead. So let me read that first tweet, because this is what I was saying. I'm in the belief of what everybody else is saying. A 57-year-old unmarried man with a receding hairline who has never been married, mind you, saying he would divorce our greatest living athlete who has been happily married for 8 years to her very rich and loving husband. Keep quiet, forehead. Stephen A. responds and says, please go back and look at exactly what I said. I was talking overall from a man's perspective, highlighting what most men would think. I didn't utter a single disrespectful word about Serena. No issues with folks getting upset. What do you say? Off literal serious. Yeah, literal. I don't know. Serious stuff one's pissed about. Does that make sense? No issues with folks getting upset. Off literal, I don't know what the fuck. This doesn't qualify, peeps. Come on. We were joking around on First Take. Damn, y'all, it's not that serious.
Nah, stand on it, nigga.
It clearly was that serious for you to say, oh, she could just stay over there. Is that what you really think the overall man's perspective is gonna be? I guess so.
Unfortunately, I think that is what the overall man's perspective is, because they don't see, like Bondy said, this was about her getting fined for crip walking previously at Wimbledon when she won. But to y'all think this is about the other man.
Right.
Like, get out of here.
People love double entendres. I definitely think it was a double entendre for sure. I think it was about Drake, and I think it was about Wimbledon.
Yeah,
right. Drake be mentioning her. Like the last time he said something about her husband had to say something to him. Like he keeps
her husband.
Huh?
He mentioned her husband in that song too.
Yeah. And I think her husband came out and said something. So it's like, yeah, that lady getting her get back and get her shine, and she ain't finna be fined. How about that?
And that's the whole point behind it. And to me, he's trying to act like he was talking about, from a man's perspective. You're a liar. I'm gonna tell you why you're a liar. I'm gonna tell you why most men wouldn't have felt that way. You know why?
Why?
Because most men would have been in a skybox at the Super Bowl while their wife performed. So they would never be like, no, don't do it. Because most of these niggas dick ride sports like nothing else. You really think a man is going to tell his wife, no, babe, don't perform at the Super Bowl so I can't get in and be in a skybox? Most porn niggas is absolutely going to tell their wife to perform so I could be
alongside Kendrick.
Hello.
But the thing is, she would have been in a box regardless of if she was performing or not. So I think for the standard everyday man, they would pull what Stephen A said because their ego is their pride and joy. And to him, that was something against his ego to have her on stage feeling some type of way about her ex. And I think most men would think about the situation from that point of view.
I think they would
Just
think
ignorant.
about it, but they would not actually express it this way. And I damn sure don't think they would divorce anybody. I'm just saying, like, people act like men dick ride other men
Hard
so
as
hard.
fuck. And that's what I think people are missing.
Yes. And I feel like
Kendrick Lamar, that is the reason why, in my opinion, I don't think all men would have had that perspective, because they would have been glad to be like, oh damn, yeah, that was my wife over there with Kendrick Lamar on stage. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel they're adjacent to their wife, like they feel like that's them. You know, like that was my wife. She was out there.
No regular man would have passed that up, because no regular man could have afforded to be in that room if it were not for an opportunity like that. Let's be very clear. The tickets were between, I want to say $1,600 on up, $1,600 on up, which I feel like is a fucking travesty when you think about the fact that the Super Bowl is a culmination of all of the football games that had to take place that regular people buy tickets to, that regular people can afford. But once you get to the Super Bowl, there's nobody in there that is just paying the regular price at a football game in a stadium in a city. Like, most people could not afford to be at that. Y'all, people who were in town for the Super Bowl, people who I knew who were like artists, and they got different shit going on out here. I was like, oh, y'all going to the game? Hell no. Nah. And fucking tickets was like $6,000. Them tickets was like $4,000. And these people who could have spent it but probably felt like it wasn't really worth it. They much rather be, somewhere else watching it.
What do y'all think about the people trying to come on to Serena about her having a white husband? They're like, oh, she's saying not like us, but isn't your husband not like us? Have y'all been?
Man, y'all be trying to choose women not like us all the time, bro. Sit down. Let that lady get who she want to be with. What y'all talking about? Y'all mad. If y'all can't get a person in one area, y'all move to the next. And she killing y'all in both. Her nigga did not mind her man, because whatever he is, the Caucasian. He didn't mind her being out there. Okay. And a lot of people complain that this man is happy making more money than y'all while y'all going over there to Reddit trying to find the information out. Okay. They're like people. I ain't like how they was trying to show that man body off too. They was trying to slick drag that man for his shape and how he looked.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck.
Her husband?
Ugly.
Yes.
I'm cute. Like, what you talking about?
With his trunks on. And I'm like, y'all, this man could get himself together in like 3 months. He could get fit, whatever, work out in 3 months, and y'all probably still gonna be at the same mindset that you been had 3 months ago. Like, why? Leave that man alone.
To me, I feel like when a woman like Serena Williams gets married to a billionaire white boy who is along probably her same age, he probably has a great personality. I was thinking this showcased that he's securing his manhood to the point that he's not going to stop his wife from doing any great opportunity because of his fucking feelings, if he had any. So to me, I feel like this just showcases how insecure most of you men are, and just showcases that you really couldn't be on this man's level anyway. Like, what are you talking about? Like, shut the fuck up. And then about being with a white man. Like, what you mean? What she was supposed to be with the biracial man, Drake, who played her out, slutted her out, and keep talking about her bad in every song? Was she supposed to be with Common that cheated on her and slutted her out and then moved on to the next? Like, who was she supposed to be with in the black community that was going to respect her like the husband that seems to, I don't know, be a nice person? The fuck wrong with y'all? I was just like, y'all better leave. Because I can't stand when they do that. Like, yes, we are going to joke on Serena for getting with a white man and changing her foundation color in her wiggage. Yes, we're going to talk about that. That's light. That's light. But
she just hired the wrong folks.
Yeah, because she looked good.
Ever since then, she's been doing good.
She did look good at the Super Bowl.
She did.
It was good makeup. It was a good wig choice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that shot, I loved it. I was like watching it. So when they pan past her and she was looking right in the camera.
I said, Serena. I was like, what? I was hyped from the couch.
It was definitely a yes.
Like, I don't just that whole performance. I feel like was made so well for people at home. You know how some performances you got to be there to see everything on stage. That
Yeah.
everything was just top tier,
It was
just
made
the
for
boom.
TV. Yes. The
Yeah, it was made
the
for
way the camera
TV.
was following him at certain moments, the movement, like just just those little interim moments that they were doing with the guys and them being on the light poles at the top. Like it was
Yeah, I
just
love that.
It
it
was
was a lot.
good. I want the same. This is crazy because I really want the same set. I want the same show for the concert. Like I mean,
Are
just
you
do
going to the
everything for like,
concert?
yeah.
Oh, and you got Cat. Oh, you got.
I did. I got Cowboy Carter. Man, look, when I got in that queue, y'all, I was waiting. I don't even want to get my tea because y'all gonna be trying to do it. But listen, just know, okay, and not y'all, but them, the audience, okay. I was like 400 in the queue. My homegirl on the phone, she was like, all right, I'm gonna look up this other day. I'm in the queue. I thought she said it was 2,300 people ahead of her. She said, should I wait? I was like, yeah, it's probably gonna go fast. And she said, you sure? I said, well, if you get out, then you're going to be further behind. She said, but it's 23,000. I said, wait, I thought you said 2,300. She said, no, 20. I said, get out of there. Go to Sunday. Sunday had even more people in the queue. And this was for the Bay Hive pre-sale. I don't even know how I got 400. And I got my tickets out within 10 minutes.
That's crazy. I was looking today because at first I told myself, no, we ain't going to go to this one. It's fine. We ain't going to make it. Then when I started seeing more, I'm like, it ain't no way. I can't imagine myself not being there singing Two Hands to Heaven. What? So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and see what gives, but I can't give Beyonce too much money. Not after I gave Usher a gang of money. I just.
What are the tickets looking like?
I saw some today that was like in the 100 section around $450, but once you add in the fees for 2 tickets, you up to like $1,400.
What
because they're
row?
not. I don't know what row it was. It was section 102 and for the Sunday Houston show, but these were resales on Vivid Seats and they had a bunch of fees.
Ah, damn.
So I'm trying to wait till tomorrow to see what they got on Ticketmaster, and then I'm gonna check Vivid Seats and SeatGeeks all over again. But everything that was around like 500 and under, you're gonna spend anywhere between like $1,200 and $1,500 for 2 tickets.
I'm gonna tell y'all can have this one. I'm gonna wait for the next one. I feel like when that next album come out,
Act 3.
Yes, that's the one I'm gonna be.
That's gonna be lit.
Y'all can have this one because I liked it, but it wasn't that deep. And the way she siphoned my energy at that last show, I felt like I had been hit by a bus the next day. Like I was exhausted.
From Renaissance.
Yes.
Renaissance was an experience.
No, bitch. I was ready to go before she was done. I was like, it's 3.5 hours. How long are we supposed to be in this bitch?
She might not do all that goddamn smoke like she did at Renaissance. Either that or it was the people smoking in my section. I don't know. It was between one of the two. They were tearing my eyes and my lashes up. I was like, God damn it.
But I'm happy for everybody that's getting their tickets. Y'all do that shit. I'ma just be real local and chill this shit. Y'all know I lost the check, so I can't be out here.
Like, how long we gonna wait for Act 3?
I know. I think it's gonna be rock, and that's what I want to hear.
Yeah, that's what I'm ready. That one gonna be real good.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on, y'all. I got another clip for y'all. Okay, it's cute. It's this real casual conversation. Like the video. Like the video.
And do you think men should see us in our natural state before they get in a real relationship with us?
Whenever I've heard a man say, let me see what you look like with no makeup. Let me see what you look like without the hair. I feel that man is telling you that he does not have the money to finance your beauty upkeep. Don't come over here thinking that I'm going to go to Sephora and get you some makeup. So I need to see you without all that because I want to strip you of all that because I ain't got it. When a man says that to you, he wants to strip you of everything. He doesn't want you to have the thought process of maintaining yourself.
I disagree strongly. I'm gonna let y'all run.
I feel like when a man says that, in my personal, that is a man that wants to see what you look like. A man to ask you, what do you look like without makeup on underneath all of that? I feel like he's asking you that to see if you look good enough for him to brag on that my girl looks good without makeup. That's what I think. It's for bragging rights to be able to flex and be like, she look good with makeup on, but look at my chick, look at my chick. And it's crazy how, people get with individuals, people buy certain things, not for themselves, but for other people. People go to the stores and say, oh, this a cute ass dress. I like this right here. Or this a cute purse. Are you really getting that for yourself? Or are you getting that for the reaction of it? And then you don't do that with it. You just spent all that money just to get a few, if that, oh, that look nice. You look nice. Da, 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 da. Like, it's rarely ever for you. And I feel like that's what they think when they ask that, in my personal. But as far as upkeeping you, I think that's the last thing he thinking about. If he ain't gonna do it, he just not gonna do it.
Me too. I wasn't thinking about upkeep at all.
That's a crazy response, just a little bit. But maybe I need to hear the whole clip.
I think it's two things. I think it's exactly what you said. The first thing, they want to simply just see what you look like without makeup. She pretty, or is she pretty dressed up? That's number one. But number two, I feel like the men who like really press this, oh, take her swimming on the first date, take her this, take her that. I feel like those are men who don't like women. And they're under the belief that most women don't look pretty without makeup. So they want to go ahead and try to disqualify you, or they want to, it's the men that are really insecure and they have a natural mistrust for women. So they automatically want to find out that you doing witchcraft to look cute.
Yeah.
Women hate. So I think it's one or two things, but I don't think it has anything to do with what they're going to spend to keep you looking how you look.
Yeah.
Facts.
I would like to get my very gay perspective of this.
Go ahead.
Okay. So like for me, as somebody that, dates women, I don't like for any woman to look like she got to do too much because I don't do too much. Like, and this is not saying you can't wear makeup anytime, but to me, I want to see somebody that is mostly in their natural state because I'm mostly in my natural state. And also, I feel like that's too much. Like, and a lot of times, the way women beat their faces these days, you don't know what that bitch look like under her makeup. And this is no shade to Jessie Woo, because I think that Jessie Woo is a beautiful girl.
I
But
agree.
the difference between her with makeup on and makeup off is low-key something somebody needs to know about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and I think that when you introduce yourself with a full face of makeup, and then once it comes off, I think it can make the natural you look that much more drastically different.
Yes.
And it's not to say that you're not a beautiful person. It's just like a complete shocker because people often meet you with the full face on.
Yeah.
So when you come to them bare face, it's like, whoa, like, that's different.
I need you to have
You
days
just watch
where you
the
don't do
tone.
it.
That's not what they,
The men that be hung up about the makeup, you just gotta watch the tone, because I feel like a lot of them be wanting to disqualify you real quick.
Yeah.
I'm
But
just
it be like, but what do you look like without a fucking edge up? What do
That's
you look
another
like?
good point too, because some men are being genuine, similar to the lesbians of, I don't do too much. I would like it I don't want you to have to feel like you have to always dress up like that for me.
Yes.
But it's about how you ask it. It's about how you approach the situation, the conversation, versus let me see what you look like under all that.
I'm not gonna seek out a woman that always wears that and then be like, why you always wear that? I'm gonna just be like, that ain't my type of chick. Like, that's it. I'm not gonna like find you and then try to force you into what I want you to do. You do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not what I'm into. People got to come down here and see what this humidity hitting for, and then we could have these conversations. Because niggas be running, oh, I don't know why you don't be wearing, bitch, come down here. Come down here for a little while. Watch that shit be sliding off your face. When it's hot outside, y'all, I had a full face of makeup on going to the fried chicken fest thinking I'm about to be cute because I didn't got the one shot or whatever the fuck it's called that you supposed to yes. You supposed to spray that shit and the makeup ain't supposed to go nowhere. Bitch, when I tell you at some point, I was just like, let me go wash my face. Like, went to the bathroom and just started throwing water on my face to get it off. Because it was already like I was sweating so much. It was so fucking hot out there, y'all. And it's right on a lake. So when it's high out there, there's no shade. There's no shade anywhere. You gotta go find a fucking palm tree somewhere in order to get shade. So it's hot as fuck out there. Bro, when I tell you by the end of that, it was just, And I was just like, yeah, I can't do this no more. I've got to get to the point again where my skin is not making me feel like I need to wear makeup because I know niggas gonna be out here, Bondy, you know, and all of this. Y'all gonna want to take pictures. And I'm gonna be in picture looking weird and shit. So like, I was just like, listen, you say that about Florida. Somebody said in Florida it's too hot, but the way them girls be out there with that shit airbrushed on their fucking face, cemented for the whole rest of the day, it's not the same. They do.
I believe it.
They do. The girls.
I mean, shit. Look at Flo ass from Love and Hip Hop Miami. I feel like her makeup be thick.
Yeah. Oh Lord, we don't even know what color she is. When she was in that scene, I was like, "Bitch, why your arms so brown?" Like, I was like, "Bitch, your arms brown?" Like, when that happened, y'all hoes is weird. I don't, you know, I ain't trying to be no lighter than I already am. No, thank you. Okay, but anyway, let's move on. Okay. Y'all know I had that serious story. Now I don't want to do it.
Oh,
because I don't want to fuck up the vibe. We up, and I want us to stay up. So I'm gonna let that rock. I'm gonna let that. But I just want y'all to know these niggas ain't shit, right? These niggas ain't shit, bro. Okay, y'all want to talk about? Oh, we're not even gonna get into it because then we're gonna go down a rabbit hole. We ain't gonna do that. Okay, so if y'all have been watching, has anybody been watching the what is it, Young Rich Africans? Is that what it's called? Young Rich Africans?
Yeah, that's what it is.
People in the chat, y'all might have been watching. Okay. I know the ladies on the panel haven't really been watching like that. But in my live earlier this week, I was talking about, y'all know I got my secondary channel, Bondy Blue Bites. And I was talking about Burna Boy and Chloe. And y'all know we was talking about that. Y'all watching Roxanne today. She said there was a video and it sounded like she said, "I love you" to that nigga. I'm like, why are you not listening to us?
I love seeing them together.
No, I know a lot. No, it
She
looks
just
good.
said-
No, y'all. Listen, it looks good.
Girl, I know it's great.
He looked like he monkey fucked the piss out you.
I
He looked
know
like he
it's great.
you. You know what I'm saying? So he throwing you all which way. We know, bro. We know. But at the end of the day, it always be a love bomb. And then they treat you like, you know, some shit on the bottom of their G nice or something. It's always just a time teller. Either way, I think a lot of us just like, girl, just chill, like enjoy it, but don't get too wrapped up, because once you get wrapped up, they're gonna play you to the left for the next one. So don't get too wrapped up.
Just be a clown in private, because you know sometimes the dick will make you be a clown, and that's fine. But don't be a clown to us. But I know how she feeling. I'm like, yeah, girl, I love that for you, but I don't want to see this.
No, because I feel like we all know that at some point she might end up like Annie Adiba, and we don't want that for her. That's what I'm taking all of this shit, because the men was coming at me sideways because I was saying, Chloe, be careful. They was coming at me sideways talking about American men. Y'all don't know what it is to be loved because y'all are with American men. And I'm like, first of fuck all.
Who said that? I always hear people talking bad about Nigerian men. Who's in your chat?
They was literally in the comments talking about Nigerian men treat their women. I said Simon Wabadia. Wow. Simon Wabadia.
I hear that they'll treat you well while also dragging you to hell.
Hell yeah.
Behind the shit that they be doing.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Especially when you watching Young Rich Africans, they have more money and they have a lot of style and charisma about themselves. So because they have a little bit more of that, they can be a better version of a fuck nigga. But still a fuck nigga, because let's talk about Annie's husband, Tubaba. This is him. I had to cut the sound because they had music playing. Now, y'all know Annie was just online, you losing her fucking mind 2 weeks ago, okay? Screaming into the phone because he went to America and didn't tell her, and talking about he filing for divorce. I was reading the comments. People were saying that she basically had a choice. You could either divorce him or let him take on another wife. And so now here he is online proposing to Edo state lawmaker Natasha amid divorce from Annie, and says, now this is my world. Beg her to marry me. And then they do their thing, you know, in their culture, they throw the money at you and all of that whenever you get married. So this is him doing that, which I know, you know, we all see things differently, but no matter how you slice it, it's given I'm about to buy you. And then I'm gonna dog you out a little later. I'm gonna dog you the fuck out a little later, girl. So as much as you got meat on your bones, this woman looks beautiful. Beautiful cheekbones and mouth. Girl, just remember, Annie used to be fine too. And hold up, y'all. Let me see if I can find the YouTube video that we was talking about earlier. And we could just see what they say right quick since we having conversations and shit. It's a very relaxed show. Okay. Hold up. Let's go ahead and see what they say.
About to Baba, innocence that just still makes you smile.
His humor.
His humor, okay.
It's just the way we are. Yes, like brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Like brother and sister.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Every great love story has its highs and lows. But this is a Shakespearean tragedy soaked in love, obsession, betrayal, and chaos. Two-Face Idibia, Afrobeats royalty, a man whose voice defined a generation. Annie Idibia, the loyal, devoted woman who stood by him through it all. For years, the power couple tried to stay together in love. But behind the smiles and public declaration of...
First of all, that lady is a fucking actress. I don't know why they described her like she didn't have a job, but let's continue.
Their relationship was slowly falling apart. Multiple baby mom, a long history of cheating, public meltdowns, allegation of abuse, and in 2025, it all ended in the most spectacular, messy, and devastating way possible. So how did we get here? Hi, my name is Paul. Welcome to the Story Vault, where we make documentaries on superstars and things we're into.
All right, Nick.
Their career was starting to take off, but one fateful day in the music studio, Two-Face met a girl who would change his life forever. And she was just 15 years old.
Okay, so I guess that's
What's
the
their
compliment.
age gap?
Let's
I'm about to look it up. Let's see.
How did you guys meet? Was it love at first sight?
Well, I just knew there was that strong attraction. That first instant, I was going into the gates and he was coming out. That's why I met him at the studio, Even Ezra studio. So he was just coming out of the Even Ezra gate and I was going in and kind of, at the same time, it sounded like a movie, right? It isn't, but that's how it happened actually. And then he was coming out, I was going in and he said hi and I said hello.
Just to be clear, he was 24 when she was 15. There's a 9-year age difference.
Damn. Thank you.
Annie was young, beautiful, and full of dreams. She had no idea that walking into that studio would set her life on the path of love, heartbreak, and obsession. She and Two-Face clicked instantly. They started dating in secret, but it didn't take long before Annie's mom found out, and she wasn't having it. Now we have to acknowledge the age difference. In 1996, 15 and 20 didn't seem like a big deal in Nigeria, but it definitely raises eyebrows today. Annie's mother did everything to separate them. But if you know anything about teenage love, you know it only made them stronger. Meanwhile, Two-Face was climbing the ranks in the music industry. And in 2004, he made the biggest decision of his life. He left Plantation Boys and went solo. In May 2004, he dropped his debut solo album, Face to Face, and with it came a song that would change Afrobeats forever.
Okay,
He married Annie anyway, and she forgave him.
Hold up.
February 14, 2012, Valentine's Day. Annie thought she was going on a simple girls' night out, but instead, Two-Face was waiting for her on one knee with a ring. She said yes. But here's a plot twist. Around the same time, Two-Face's first baby mom was pregnant again. But he married Annie anyway, and she forgave him. But what she didn't know was that this was just the beginning of a never-ending cycle.
The 14th of February, wasn't it? So it was like up and down. When he proposed, I know some other women would have been like, oh, this whole thing has been up and down, up and down. Why did you say it? Jam question.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you're seeing anyone, but if you are and you love him and he proposed, would you say yes regardless? If you really love him?
In 2013, Annie officially became Mrs. Idibia. They had a lavish wedding in Dubai, attended by celebrities and dignitaries. For Annie, this was her moment of victory. She had fought, she had endured, and now she had won. But here's the problem. You can win the title, but that doesn't mean you've won the man. Because despite promising to be a changed man, Two-Face was still involved with Perra Deni, the mother of 3 of his children. Annie started noticing things. Random disappearances, private conversations on his phone, excuses about co-parenting. And here's where we see the psychological effect of long-term emotional damage. Annie had spent her entire life fighting to be Two-Face's only one. So when she saw the same patterns repeating, her mental state started to unravel. Fast forward 2021, Annie couldn't hold it anymore. And in a now deleted post, she called out Two-Face for still sneaking around with Perra. This was the first time the world saw Annie's pain in real time. Soon, a leaked audio was released.
I am going to scatter everything. You know, said I was with my husband today. Peaceful, nothing happened. My husband told me I had a shoot today. Only for you to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped him plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America, planned by himself, F.L. Moribe, and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. He just sent us on his way to America without telling me, without telling me, He's going to seek better in America.
Now, people were divided. Some said Annie knew what she signed up for. You can't turn a womanizer into a faithful man. Others felt bad for her. She's given her entire life to Two-Face and he keeps humiliating her. And then Two-Face did something shocking. He posted an apology. He asked for forgiveness. And just when people thought this was the lowest point of their marriage, it got worse.
Not him posting a long ass "I'm sorry," all for him to turn around. Girl,
it got worse.
It got worse. Hold on, let's see.
She broke down and said, "Do you know how embarrassing it is to know that the first woman to have Two-Face's child is me?
And then he has 5 kids with other women. How did that happen? My first child is his 5th. And
the first child is his 5th.
Ooh, and she's the wife.
And I met him before everybody.
Before everybody. So you know what that is.
Ooh.
And this is where we see the deeper issue. She didn't just want to be his wife. She wanted to be his only woman. She wanted to be the mother of his first child. She wanted every part of him. But this was never going to happen. January 2025, a post appeared on Two-Face's Instagram. It was a divorce announcement. The internet went crazy. But then a twist. A few hours later, a new post appeared, claiming that Two-Face's account was hacked and that the divorce announcement was fake. At this point, people were confused. Then Two-Face himself made a video. This time, it was real.
Yo, my people, man, nobody have my account. Let me talk with you one talk. Understand? I call in peace.
I'm sorry. Can I say this real quick?
Please.
He is so full of shit. We already knew that because of all the baby mamas, but you especially full of shit because you post a divorce announcement, then you say your page get hacked, then you hop back on and say, okay, this is for real. So can you imagine all the back and forth that he had with her in between making the posts to his Instagram page?
Absolutely.
The toxicity.
The push and pull effect. That shit is so draining to your life force energy. Like, as somebody that has been through that shit, I could not imagine going through it on this level for this long.
Yeah. Like, then you come on camera and say it with your chest. You don't type it back out and say never mind. You come on camera and say it with your chest. Yeah, we getting divorced for real.
Yeah.
Boy.
Child.
I'm gonna end it right there. If y'all want to see the rest of the video, y'all see where it's at story mode. You know, go check it out there. There are a whole bunch of stories about them. But
so did Annie officially get the divorce though?
No.
Because it said amid. So I'm like, they must be going through it now. He ain't even completely divorced yet.
I don't
As soon
even
as she
think
live up, he gonna try to get her back. Just
I don't. That's what I was saying. I think that it's not they're not going to divorce, that she is going to allow him to take another wife.
She don't have no kids with him.
Who?
Well, I thought she had like one
Annie.
at least.
No, Annie has kids with him.
Oh.
It's just
Okay,
that
so
her
that's
first
when
kid
she
was his 5th.
His 5th.
And I think he might have 2.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's the idea that you're gonna win something. And it's like, no, you're not. Like, there's nothing to be won. Like, you're just gonna suffer because you want this person to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people, yeah, man. Like, people are very sad about it because, you know, she crashing out. And it also looks like she might be on drugs, allegedly. We don't know. But the way
where'd you see that?
Well, actually, it was just her behavior on the show. And then this. Hold up. Sabi Radio. Annie takes hard drugs every day. She introduced me to it. She's violent. Annie Adibi's brother, Wisdom, says in a trending video from 2022 amid rumors that she's currently checked into a rehabilitation center. Now, let me tell you, if I know y'all didn't watch this past season. Oh, I don't know how they got like that. I know y'all didn't watch this past season, but y'all, she was bad in this past season. like very bad. Let me see if they had any clips of it.
Now I want to watch it.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm about to
Do I
say.
need to
What
finish
season is it?
season 2, or can I just jump into
just
season
jump
3?
to, because I didn't finish season 2, so just jump to season 3.
Okay.
But
That's what I'm about to do.
she was absolutely fucking tweaking. First of all, she like I think the first time we see her, she looks ashy. Like if you know how beautiful them people look on that show and how dressed Annie usually is, when she first came on the show for the wedding, Zuri was getting married to the young dude, and when she gets out the car, her whole body, like her skin looked dry and patchy. And you could tell by the time she gets to everybody else, there's been a cut because somebody didn't put some lotion on her. So
Yeah, everybody's saying it's sad to watch. Oh my god.
yeah, like the way she talks, she looked unkept in some scenes. Then she's very like, tweaking, meaning like talking fast, doing a lot of like it's a lot and a lot of
Women letting these
emotion.
men drag them to hell.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, it's a sight to see or not.
Yes. No, I don't know. I don't think Annie bleaches. Annie might be one of the only ones on the goddamn show that don't bleach. Because everybody else is, dipping themselves into a big pool of skin bleaching cream, and it's sad because they look crazy in comparison. I saw
Have you never heard of skincare? Like Fluff.
You never heard of skincare? Bitch, suck a dick. Skincare. Okay, we're gonna like the video and then we're gonna come back and talk about Nikki Mudarris, y'all. Cause girl, the men are dragging the women to the gutter with them. All right, y'all. So this is Nikki and Leangelo. Back when they first had their first baby, okay? And apparently, since this photo shoot from child, I forgot what year this was, but this
look like she got an ass reduction too.
She probably did.
Good.
Okay, probably so.
She do look good. She probably got some of that shit taken out. But this photo shoot, that photo shoot was from the first baby, and then she just had a baby on December 3rd. So not even, it's a full 2 months. And now he has moved on to this young lady.
I wasn't even going to address this, but I'm tired of people playing victim on the internet. One, people move on, things change. Yes, it may not be updated or addressed to the internet because it's not for y'all. People have private lives. We have real lives out here. You don't know what's going on. So everybody coming for me and trying to slut shame me and woman shame me, and I'm so sick of that narrative. Like, y'all so quick to blame the woman. Y'all don't know what's going on. People love to play victim for the internet. Half the time, that lady don't even have her kids. Let's be clear. There is no abandonment over here. Number two, the lady and her family are racist. I don't care what anybody says. She always got the N-word in her mouth. You are not black at all. No, surprise. Stop posting about me. Stop trying to throw shade. Like, just leave me alone. You claim you happy. You wanted to meet her.
So this is what Nikki posted originally. I see everyone has been sending me Jello cheating on me. I want to clear this up and speak my truth. I am just as surprised as you are. We spent 3.5 years together, and last week he decided to walk out on his kids and tell me he got someone else pregnant, allegedly. And now is creating a new life with her. We were just happy and planning family photos. I am beyond blindsided by this whole thing. The ultimate betrayal is not even the word. My daughter is not even 2 months old, and dealing with this and postpartum is very hard. Please pray for me and my healing because I will get through this. I have to be strong for my kids, but I have absolutely no words. Karma is real and God don't like ugly. I hope it was worth losing his family. It is worth losing his family because this nigga don't give a fuck about family. He don't give a fuck about your family, and he don't give a fuck about the family that's inside this girl allegedly. He just cares.
Well, they said she pregnant.
That's what she said. Allegedly, he got someone else pregnant, and this is the girl that he's with. Also, they were seen down to the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
They were seen walking out the courthouse wearing white.
Oh, he got someone else pregnant allegedly. Okay. Okay.
It's this girl. What's her name? Rashida. Is that her name?
Yep, Rashida Nicole.
Yes, Rashida Nicole. Girl, if y'all ain't gonna do nothing, y'all hoes gonna have a similar name to another bitch.
I'm hollering that she said they tried to slut shame her and woman shame. Bitch, this ain't got nothing to do with being a woman.
It don't.
Why the fuck? Why? I don't understand.
To me,
I understand.
Crazy.
This would be fucking my head up. This is not even about you. Nikki was talking to him, and you, because people are coming at you in your comments, instead of keeping it as them people, you attach it onto Nikki, and now you make it about, oh, Nikki this and she don't be with her. You don't know what the fuck. That lady just had kids 2 months ago. How you gonna tell her that she don't be with her fucking baby that she had 2 months ago?
And then to say her family is racist, like, why would you even be around her family? It sounds like you just funneling words from her
This
baby daddy
and
to
you
make
can't trust
yourself
nothing.
sound, yes.
Right. And you can't trust nothing he tell you because he is obviously lying to everybody in order for him to do whatever it is he's doing. He is not worth y'all doing all of this over. I just can't stand the fact there's always some dumbass old bitch that don't know better. So she's just gonna be dumb and old because both of these hoes is old. Like he like 26. Nikki is 34 and the other
That's
girl
it?
is 36, I think.
Nikki gotta be.
We
Nikki is
just know-
34.
we
When
know
was she
her
on
for a
Love and Hip
long
Hop?
time.
I don't know when.
That was like 2013. When 2015, that yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
say
no,
she 34.
Somewhere up in there.
Yep, she
15,
was born.
16, 17, 18, somewhere.
She was born in 1990. And I mean, it makes sense. It's wild. It's wild the way y'all. First of all, why would you even expect like a family life? Because I know these niggas be talking all of that shit, but look around. Do you really see a whole bunch of 20-something-year-old men being faithful husbands? Do you
Right.
really see that? Like, I feel like you don't really see that, like talking about, especially in y'all tax bracket. Like, it'd be
Right.
different if you know they work down to the post office or something. Child, you might get you a little bit of something, you know, somebody that know how to act. But nah, not at 20.
And that's what they know, which is why they find, you know, I don't want to say taking somebody else's man, but I mean being next in line for the man. They're fine with that because they know it's hard in their tax bracket. So they like, I'm gonna get it where I can. They think the benefits outweigh the negatives.
That's just
But as a woman, I couldn't be with no man that decided to up and leave his baby mama fresh into postpartum. That's crazy.
right. He'll be back over there with Nikki at some point, and then it's gonna be more stories of him cheating on Rashida with his first baby mama.
As they always do, as the fuck nigga turns. It's just embarrassing. As the fuck nigga turns. Okay, so Apollo. Girl, this reminds me of how I feel about what's that girl named Amy. Y'all saw Amy, huh? Amy and Dwight Howard sharing the toothbrush. I feel
Clown
like,
ass.
girl, I can't listen. I hate to say it, but it's like I know you're gonna get dogged out, and I'm gonna be glad when you get dogged out because you look dumb. You look dumb. I feel like that about Shireen. Do y'all remember when Shireen was all on the internet thirsty for Apollo dick in prison? Then we found
Yep.
she was on that reality show. She moved her daughter to a whole nother state so she could be going to see him in prison.
Yep.
Like, girl, you wanted it. You got it. Like I guess they getting a divorce now, but it's been DV cases and cheating cases and you know book bags with dildos in them. It's been too much.
It has.
Are you joking about the book bags?
No, I don't know.
Hello? I'm like, hold on. Was that a joke?
I think I don't know if she muted or her mic or some probably messed up.
Probably. But all I heard from them is the
What I
DV
say?
case.
What?
You said book bags with dildos. I'm like, hold on.
No, because y'all remember on that video of him, he got caught on a Ring camera going to the girl house, and he went over there with a book bag. And whenever, for some reason, whenever somebody go by somebody's house for a dick appointment with a book bag, I think about how gay girls go.
Oh, wow.
Dildo in a book bag. So, when you go by the bitch house, you pull up with the book bag on the one arm and shit. That's how he was outside that lady Ring camera. That shit was hilarious. But yeah, like I'm not surprised. I also feel like the fact that they probably tried to bring him and Shireen on Married to Medicine to shine in Phaedra face. Also, the nigga that Phaedra showed up with knew him. I'm like, that nigga look gay. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Man, I was thinking the same thing. Especially when he was down to the beach with his legs crossed and his chest all out.
Oh yes, moisturize for the God. It's giving I'll fuck a woman, but I prefer the man. That's what it was given to me. It was given I was paid to be here, and I'm really here because I heard I might be able to run into Apollo in person. And we all know that's who I'm really here for, because he told her that he knew Apollo, and she was like, oh, okay, well, he's married. That's not a problem. And then as soon as they see each other, they dapping off in a preview. I was just like, oh, okay. He's there for Apollo. Listen, you can't put nothing past a nigga that went to prison. I'ma just say. So speaking of the Married to Medicine shit, let's go ahead and hear what Sweet Tea had to say.
When I came into it, I didn't feel like Toya, she really wanted me to go to war with Gregory's ex when I didn't know her. She wanted me to go to war with Gregory's ex when I didn't know her. I was like, I don't understand why, because I don't know her. Why would I be upset? There's no reason to be upset, and there's no beef. And it's just strange, having these people trying to get me on the show and come together and open the door and with, open arms to welcome me, and then all of a sudden just flip at a switch randomly, like just to invite me on to bully me. And I just feel like I was just a penny to them. I was just a dollar sign. And so.
Oh, so they could make more money for another season. They got more money off your back.
Yeah, they got more money. They did get more money off my back. I think that it was just, they wanted to use me. So, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. It's very disappointing.
Jami?
What?
I know you got something to say.
Oh, I don't got nothing to say. Really. I'm just wondering whether she's going to continue to be on the show come the next season. If she feels that she was used and it's a lot of mistreatment.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think, remember when Heavenly said y'all be having all of that energy for me, but you don't have it for your husband? If anybody made you come on this show as a fuck you to quiet, it was your husband. It was your husband. And you went along.
I want to run around the room right now.
Why
because
what?
You right. You're right.
His whole thing, like, first of all, he didn't want to leave Quiet. I think that Quiet leaving him on this show was embarrassing to him. Quiet stayed single for a long time, and we ain't never see that nigga. And he pops up as soon as he got a new wife. That was to rub, oh, I got a wife. You still single.
Definitely did that.
So that's
I did always question what man would feel comfortable coming onto the show. The show is based on women being married to Medicine.
You are without coming on this show.
Yes. What man would want to involve himself in that drama?
A bitch ass nigga that's vengeful and trying to get back at his ex because she ain't want him no more.
Man, that argument was funny as fuck though. Oh, he was triggered.
Wasn't he though? And I wish that Quiet wouldn't have given him so much, but I feel like they edited a lot out to protect him like they probably normally do with men when men act out of pocket. Because with men, it can seem a little bit more violent when they get to a certain level. So I do edit things out to protect men sometimes. But for me, I'm just like, Sweet Tea, maybe it's not what you want. I know you slid in the DMs and put yourself in this opposition to Quiet, and I'm gonna give you what you want because Quiet didn't give him what he wanted, right? But look at the way you over there looking. Like, you look zonked to your energy. The way he was screaming in her face, he's not different. He's the same controlling little bitch ass man he was with Quiet. Like we've been saying. And the fact that he would even want to put her in that situation while she's going through IVF, while she's going through all of those procedures so that she can have a baby, and you want her to be on the show so you can nanny boo boo Quad. Because it was easy for you until Quad brought a man on the show. Now you can't take it.
Don't you think she want to be on the show too, though?
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah.
But I do think
much.
that it probably was more of him convincing her, because at the end of the day, she's the one that's getting hit up. She's the one that has to deal with the backlash. She's the one that, she gonna get hit up more than him most of the time. Because, like you said, it's about the women.
Yeah.
So even if she wanted to, but then maybe had some apprehension, he's there like, nah, we should do it. We should, like, that's how I think. I think he like, little bitch ass, like.
I feel like I do wonder, because after the fight with King, are they gonna return, or are they gonna fall back?
Oh, and y'all saw how Heavenly said he pressed charges, which
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that's some bitch ass
Or
shit.
either a restraining order or something.
Yeah. He pressed charges. So basically, like, to make it, I think, hard for them to be in the same room with each other again. That's what niggas like to do.
Because how they gonna be on the show together if that's the case? That's what it was for.
But if T is coming down complaining every week about the treatment, it might be the best thing for her to not be on the show. I think that she would want to stay because she doesn't want anybody to feel like they're running her off.
Right.
But you might have to just go ahead, for the sake of peace, exit stage left and let them have this show and let them go back to beefing with each other. Because once you move out the way, they're gonna be back to being on Quad head. Unfortunately, they're gonna try to be on Dr. Mimi head because she's new. And we'll see how Mimi seemed like she ready to give back to them what they give, So
is
that'll
Mimi
be
gonna have long enough to give us anything though?
Right.
Because it
Say
feels
that
like
again?
the season. I said, is Mimi gonna have long enough to give us anything though? Because it feels like the season been going on for a little while, and at least we should be halfway done for sure.
Yeah, I'm speaking on like next season if she returns and they actually give her time on the show.
If they do, because I'm thinking about that dentist that they had come on, and we didn't know a thing about her besides she liked to make her husband plates.
Yeah. But she was also boring. I feel like I'm more intrigued with Dr. Mimi. I want to know more.
Why
And
would you
here's the
think
other thing. They brought her in so late in the season.
Yeah.
The other lady been sitting up there, I forgot her name, but she was up there damn near most of the season and didn't give a nothing.
Yeah, Doctor, what's her name? Like Anaya,
Alicia or something? Was it Dr. Alicia?
Alicia from last season? Oh.
Yeah. Is that what
I'm
you're talking
getting
about?
it's not the dentist. Yeah, I'm talking about the is it Alicia, the one who
Yeah.
not the one who got pregnant, the one who already had
Not
kids, the
her.
skinny one.
Yeah.
I know Alicia's husband sounded stupid. That's what we was
That's who I'm talking
with her.
about.
Mm-hmm.
But this comment is killing me, because why would he be doing push-ups staring at King talking about sweet tea? Sweet tea. That nigga's crazy. Can you imagine his little ass on the ground staring at this nigga? Sweet tea. Sweet tea. That nigga's weird. I didn't like Alicia. Audra was good for the
I did
show.
like Audra. Mhm.
I liked Audra.
Yes.
Her and Toya would still be going at it, child.
Yeah, I liked Audra.
So what y'all think about Toya? Because when Sweet Tea said she felt like Toya was setting her up to go after Quiet, like, y'all know how I feel. I feel like Toya, can't stand Quiet on some slick shit. So she is very much gonna be like, and it's not even just about Quiet. I think she likes to stir the pot. Say something, that type of shit.
Yeah, I think that I wouldn't put that past Toya at all. I don't know if she said directly, I want you to go against Quad, or if it was just the way she was like framing questions or things that she said that Sweet Tea was like, yeah, you want me to go at Quad. But I just felt like that shouldn't be on Toya alone. I think all of those ladies that linked up with you for you to come on to the show, taking pictures with you, going live with you, Dr. Heavenly, Simone, it's like all of them. It wasn't just Toya. Say everybody.
I mean, it's definitely, I'm gonna tell you what it is given. It is given that they made you think they was cool with you and brought you on the show, and then basically switched you out for Quad when they realized that they needed Quad. And I think Heavenly probably really is the one that, kind of orchestrates that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird. It is weird. When she said, they act real thirsty, like they don't have jobs, I was like, they do kind of act like they holding on to this reality show for dear life as if they not making money in no other way. Like
They do, because they try to make sure that it stays produced and that the friendship is intact. Or you not talking to us. They still very much try to keep the TV show going. You could tell, especially Toya. Toya be coming to work, which is why I love her. But yeah, you would think they didn't have other jobs. Jackie, the only one who I think treat this like it's a part-time gig.
Yeah,
100%.
Definitely.
She definitely does that.
Okay. Well, do we have anything else to say about this? No,
Not
I think
really.
let's go ahead. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna do a quick little, talk on the Love and Hip Hop people, and then we're gonna get into Love and Marriage Huntsville and all of that. So y'all stick around because I know that's what y'all really want us to talk about, the deleted clip and all of that. So with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, let's start with Bam. Okay, so Bam tells Jessica and Sierra she and Scrappy are back in court because he doesn't keep to their agreement, showing up at her house, wanting to show up to her house at 9:00 at night. About seeing the kids, and she's like, absolutely not. So because he can't keep up with their arrangement, she's now taking him to court to get the arrangement in writing. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a usual thing. Like, don't y'all feel like y'all hear that a lot where you try to keep it on a let's just agree to this, we don't have to get the courts involved, and then somebody decides they don't want to go by the rules, and so you end up having to go to court anyway. He made it seem like she was dragging him to court trying to take his children away, but it's like they already had an agreement that the kids would be with him on the weekends and be with her throughout the week. And he just show up one night at 9:00 wanting to see the kids, and she's like, absolutely not, So, and I feel like probably because he showed up to see if somebody was at her house, like it's giving you showed up not for the kids sleep. You showed up here because you want to see what's going on with her, because for 5 minutes you thought y'all might get back together.
Right, it's giving he want to slide through and see what she talking about while the kids are asleep. Let me come pop in and say hello to my kids and then see what you talking about in this bedroom real quick. I told you, I think they still fuck from time to time. I felt that when they was in London on that episode.
I don't know, but I definitely feel like he was trying to finesse his way into that lady house on some like, what's up, like you said, in the bed. And she was like, nah, and just to show you how serious I am about this shit, we could take it to court. See how serious you are to really see your kids at night so we can have this on the record. I don't think she really took him to court, though. I think that's what she said in the scene.
Well, he said it. And then
he said it.
He said she taking me to court trying to take my kids. And then this episode, she clarified that it was because they needed to get it put in paper because you're not following the agreement that we have verbally. So that was one thing. Then y'all, we go back to this little Mendices thing. I think Yandy and Mendices think they slick, and I think they feel like they can play in everybody's face because they act like their son is the only one that does this pranking shit, but they do this pranking shit as well. And I think they're using it to make it seem like to play off of the rumors about their relationship. And I think everybody's using it as a smokescreen to try to act like y'all relationship is intact and y'all just playing for entertainment. And I don't think that's what it is at all. Like, I just don't. I wouldn't trust Mendices as far as I can throw him. The pranks that Lil Mendices has played on Yandy to me have been very telling of, how y'all might really feel.
It was one prank that we talked about specifically.
He put cheetah on the side of her car, spray paint on the top of her car, and had to clean it up and all of that. But they want him to go to college, and he doesn't want to go to college because he's making money off of pranking on the internet. And she was like, it's not sustainable. And I feel like it's really not. And I hate to hop over to the other show, but you have to be making, and I say this all the time, like you have to be making a certain type of content to have longevity. There are people that can make content and make a lot of money quickly, but eventually they're going to fall off because what they do is not like prolonged entertainment.
It's trendy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's trendy.
Yeah.
And what he does is trendy. That's only going to be cute for a little while. You should not base your future off of the fact that you're able to make this money now, because Pinky Doll is on Love and Hip Hop Miami. And she, you know, like y'all the way she talk,
Yum,
be like,
yum. Yum,
yes.
yum.
I was just like, I cannot. She's good at that. She really is. But at the end of the day, it's because she's like weird. But her and her sister
Very.
are fighting because her sister feels like, girl, I'm the one that came up with the popcorn and the flat iron thing. And it's like, who cares? Either way, she talks about how she had all of them followers, 2 million followers, making 100K a month or something like that. And then all of a sudden completely fell off. And now she's up there doing mukbangs, forcing herself to eat exorbitant amounts of food for the views. And see, that's what I mean. I'm like, that's why trendy things, if you are somebody that's trying to have longevity in this, it's good to not be on the trendy wave of things all the time. You'll go up and you'll come right back down. And you won't retain that. I mean, we've seen that over the years. How many YouTubers y'all know was popping like a motherfucker? Shit. Y'all remember Spoken Reasons?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember that name. Which one is that?
That's how he got arrested.
Yes.
Oh, that's the one.
Who went on Wild 'N Out?
Yeah, I was about to say, with who? Yeah, that one. Okay.
The first time I remember seeing him was when he redid the Trey Songz video. Hey girl, which one of y'all? And he was standing over the girl with the ice. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. But apparently he went on Wild 'N Out, and this shit ain't never been the same since then. A lot of people go on Wild 'N Out and it be fucking them up. Azalea Banks has never been the same. But yeah,
she wasn't fucked up before she went on it.
Nah,
I think he was too. That's why they wore his ass out on Wild 'N Out.
They did. But to me, it's like, you should be good at this. Why are you not good at this? Oh, anyway, so yeah, Lil Mendeecees probably should listen to his dad and take advantage of college. And the reason why is not only because you don't know who you'll meet there, and those are resources that you will be able to tap in business, but also because you don't know every fucking thing. And it will behoove you to go and spend this time frame where you still maturing to learn some shit, be around people, like have the experience, specifically because your people can afford it. Like, and you can still keep doing YouTube. You don't have to stop doing it, but it's stupid to pass up on having more education, which can really help you if you're trying to be a content creator. To me, I have found that my college education has absolutely helped me in making content. I think the books I read, the poems and shit, like the type of things that we looked at, the history, the type of things we read about in college have definitely helped my knowledge when it comes to my commentary. Versus if I had not went to college, I would not have read those books. I wouldn't have got that experience on these things. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a whole nother niche of content. College pranks. Like, he can get into all types of stuff.
And then plus that's like more experiences for you. That to me, if you're a content creator like that, life is content is life. And so the more experience in life you have, the more content you can make. So I'm sure they're making it a storyline, but if he really is trying to be stupid, like, don't be stupid, son. Go to school. go to school just so you can turn it into a vlogging experience, man. Look, I hate this fucking class.
Right.
Try to pass this test. I'm pranking my teacher. Like, you know what I'm saying? Figure it out. So that's one thing. Y'all, why the fuck is Carly Rae doing IVF? Carly married that young dude Tilo, and now she on this show doing fucking IVF, telling Jessica with her crazy ass not to, you're not supposed to drink when you're doing IVF. Girl, shut the fuck up. Jessica is crazy. But Jessica was about to beat Carly's ass this episode. She was mad at her just on her sake, but also because of Bambi. But they was really going in on Carly. And I don't feel bad for Carly because I think Carly is a weird bitch. Like, she the type of person that pretend like she your friend, and then when it's no longer convenient for her, she'll act like you did something to her so y'all could fall out.
How old is Carly Rae anyway?
Ooh,
that's
in her 50s. She has to be in her 50s. Let me look it up.
It threw me off in that clip when she said to her, is that her fiance or her husband now?
Her husband.
She said to him, your child's mother, she's always going to be in our life, right? Where the fuck is she going to go?
Right. Child.
She's
when she said that,
Carly is a mess.
Carly was born in 1973. Too fucking old to be playing the games she's playing today.
Oh, damn.
But, and it's another side to her shit. So her dude used to fuck with this girl called Bunny Rax. Bunny Rax was with him when he started cheating on Bunny Rax with Carly. So when Bunny Rax hits the internet with the shit, Carly tries to sun her. Then Carly, I think, went to the courts and tried to get some type of protection order against the girl, like just taking it above and beyond. And there were a whole bunch of women that allegedly was fucking with T-Lo before him and Carly got married. So then Carly decides she wants to out the fact that they're married to everybody because all these girls is coming to her in the comments and on social media.
It's like at this point, Carly, whatever happens, that's what you get. It's sad that you're 50 or whatever the age is, and you still out here operating like you have your age mentally. It's really sad. Like you haven't learned anything from the last guy that you were with.
It's the same shit every season. She recycles them like, panties or something.
And now she's trying to add a damn child to the mix as if, girl, just go be a grandma to the child your daughter got.
Hello.
Like, goddamn.
Like, bitch, your grandma, your grandchild about to be older than the child you gonna have, bitch. That's
right.
Like, how old is her daughter? 30-something?
I mean,
I thought she was younger than that.
I thought she was in her 20s, but let me see. Hold up, maybe I can.
Her name Jasmine, right?
Yeah. Daughter age, Jasmine Ellis. I don't know.
I don't see nothing. It don't even say. Oh, it says she's born in 94, so she's 30.
Okay, yeah. Well, there you go. But okay, so on top of that, Spice. So first of all, Spice wants to manage the Bunny Rags girl. So she's gonna continue this beef with Carly if she does that.
Yeah.
But also, girl, and this is one of them times that I can't stand Spice because I feel like she'll pick me and she full of shit, but she'll sit in front of a long-suffering woman and act like she's smarter than the long-suffering woman, right? Ashley, stupid ass, right? And I say she's stupid because it's like, girl, Lil Zane is never gonna be faithful. What are we even talking about? But it was the way Spice laughed in her face and called her the Lulu, bitch. She said, "You're the Lulu, though," because girl, she bust out laughing at her face. Ashley was like, "I love you, but I am not delusional. I just don't want him to cheat on me." And I was just like, because Spice did say some stupid shit. She was like, so basically, you cool with what he does as long as he doesn't hurt you. I'm like, what's the other alternative? Like, what was she supposed to be stopping him from doing? Either way, Spice is being just as messy as she always is. But
she
the way call that girl delusional in her face and laughed in her fucking face, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have that one because you haven't had a man on here disrespecting you, at all, really.
Yeah, I don't think so. She broke up with him before the season even started.
Get him out of here. And she don't let no man fuck with her career. And we're always happy about that.
For sure.
That's the most important thing.
We want Ashley to move on though. I'm gonna get tired of hearing her voice whining. She got somewhat of a high-pitched voice just a bit too. And it's gonna get so annoying hearing her whine over Lil Zane, like over and over.
Because she gonna be ready to take him back next episode when he come with them flowers.
Well, look, she packed her little bag to leave like she was really going somewhere. That nigga said, "Nah, man, I ain't know you was serious. I can't let you go. I'll go. Don't even worry about it." I was just like,
yeah, he packed that suitcase so quick.
Look, he already got a bitch he can go stay by. You stay here. I'ma go. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Okay,
I
well,
can't have people seeing you outside. So I'm gonna be outside in the streets. So you put me out."
Exactly.
I'm like, this is gonna give him every, and then he gonna be like, whenever he fuck around and get caught, he gonna be like, "Bitch, you kicked me out. We was on a break."
Right.
Exactly.
That's exactly what he gonna do. Okay. So before we get out of this, what did y'all think? Okay. Jock said that he was working on his podcast with Spice at his house because of Kendra, because he didn't want Kendra to be upset. And when I tell y'all, I kind of feel like, because as a person that does podcasts, if I want to go and record my podcast somewhere else, I don't know why I can't do that because you don't think I'm trustworthy. That's weird as fuck. I'm just looking at Kendra like, girl, how long you gonna go through this?
Right.
Yeah, that's toxic. That's what people do when they in emotionally manipulative or abusive relationships, but it can be on both sides too. Sometimes it's like, yeah, just because you tell me you don't want me to go outside with that. Like I had a friend who it was a certain part of town where all the bars was, and he couldn't go unless his boyfriend went with him. And they both made that rule together. To me, I was like, that shit's weird.
Damn. I feel like Jock brought this on himself just a little bit with him being a reckless ass person the way that he is. But I do agree that hey, just get the hell up out of there. Like these people overstaying they welcome. Just get up out of there. If it got to be that deep.
Did y'all
But
see
I also feel like Spice must be one that can't be trusted as well.
Listen.
And I also wonder if he's doing this for himself, like not because
you can tell by the way she said, "Good
her,
job,"
but vice versa.
Yes. Listen, to me, Spice is a side chick.
It was like, good job. Now you won't be fucking on me. Good job. You restraining yourself.
Yes. Because to me, I feel like the last time they was in the studio together, if Kendra saw that shit, she probably felt like, I'm not going to get into it with this bitch, but I don't trust you along with her. So y'all better do that shit here.
Yeah.
That's what it was given. Okay. So did y'all see Amy?
The
toothbrush, but
Yeah. Y'all saw it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was disgusted. Why? Why are you trying to convince us?
You talking about that video? I ain't even press play. I said I can't.
No, you didn't have to.
You didn't respond.
No,
I was like, yeah, I can't even watch it.
Do y'all remember what Miss Kitty looks like?
Miss Kitty. From Black Ink?
No.
From Miami?
Kitty, no. Miss Kitty is
Miss Kitty, the
girl.
one. Yes. Wasn't she suing Dwight Howard?
No,
at a certain
wasn't.
time?
She wasn't. The other
It
one
was a gay boy suing Dwight Howard, but
Yes.
Miss Kitty was this the one who he used for sex.
Exactly.
Miss Kitty, the one that the gay boy said he brought into the room for the threesome.
Yes, there you go. I'm about to pull it up for you. That's why I was like, bitch, as long as you don't mind sharing a toothbrush with Miss Kitty.
Yes, I won't forget that hair. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, yes, this is Miss Kitty. Not Funky Dineva. Meet Miss Kitty. It was Dwight Howard, the guy that's suing him, and Miss Kitty down to the sexcapades. So, and this is, hold on, I'm about to show y'all the gay guy that he was fucking with. Here you go. Dwight Howard.
What happened to that lawsuit? It just disappeared, right?
Dwight Howard forced to drop his defamation suit against Messine. Howard claimed lied about him participating in trying to say, but in a separate lawsuit, Howard admitted having threesome relations. I don't know. I'm thinking that they settled out of court. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like the gay guy dropped the charges too. But for you to drop your defamation, that means that you couldn't prove that it was defamation, and they probably could prove that it was true.
Definitely.
And I mean, does the gay boy look that different than Amy?
Yeah, he don't look that different from Dwight.
No, they all look alike. Good cheekbones.
Look that different from Amy, bitch. You ain't lying. You ain't lying at all.
Listen,
damn,
beautiful people. They beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
And that's what Amy know.
And you gonna share a toothbrush with a nigga that's down to the club with Miss Kitty. All right.
Wow.
Just to me, Miss Kitty gives Old Faithful. That's somebody you always gonna be calling when you want a certain type.
That's the way you can slut out.
Yeah,
y'all like to have a good time. That's why you called Miss Kitty. Oh, y'all think Amy?
Listen, we was having that conversation. I was like, I definitely think Amy strapped up. Amy showed up to the house with a book bag, bitch.
Book bag full of dildos.
Listen, Bill, book bag full of dildos. But let's get into Miami right quick, y'all, before we get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. So with Miami, the main thing was Amara smacking Princess. Well, Princess smacking Amara, and then Amara having her moment of vindication this episode because she calmly gathered Princess. You know, they were going back and forth. It was a good back and forth. When Princess said, I guess you're not spending that money on your wig, girl, I almost choked. I was like, she not spending the money on her wig. She not. But essentially, you know, and I know some people don't agree with me. I still feel like when we look at Princess and Amara is aging way better than Princess to me. Princess is still a beautiful woman, absolutely. But if we were to take the bad wigs in the context off Amara, we're dealing with some good bones here, okay? At her age, just good bones, look good. She healthy, you know. She done got in shape because she was a little fluffier when we first met her. Body is, you know, beautiful and natural. That face, you know what I'm saying? To me, she looks like a little porcelain doll. Like that's what
She does.
Amara's facial features look like to me. And I feel like the only reason people think that Princess is prettier is because Princess is half Asian. To me, that
Yeah, that's the
automatically
only thing I
means,
could think of too.
you know what I mean?
Oh, and her wigs, the wigs.
Yeah.
That's why.
But I don't like Princess. I really don't. And I saw my girl Queen Sheba is gonna be doing an interview with her, but I'm like, what is she gonna say? Every time she do an interview, she tell us the same shit, and she still don't have nothing else to tell us. You like to be in that toxic, abusive relationship with Ray J because you fucking crazy too. The preview to next week's episode, they both sitting down while Ray J throws shit at Marcus, and she's just smiling because now they both mad at Brooke and Marcus because Brooke was laughing when she got into the fight with Amara. And then on top of that, Brooke was like asking Ray, so you smelling coochie? As soon as he sat down. And I'm like, girl, what was she supposed to say? Y'all were about to have a conversation about exactly what she said. So what else was she supposed to say? Brooke is messy. Brooke has always been messy, but it's entertaining. So I don't be that mad at Brooke. But the way everybody was expecting her to do more than what she did, I'm like, do y'all know Brooke? Brooke not about to defend none of y'all. That's not how she
She
get
sure
down.
goddamn ain't.
That's not how she get down. Where
Brooke is
y'all
not
at?
finna.
And Princess to me wants more loyalty than I feel like she has ever given to anybody. Like, I don't feel like Princess has ever been like a girl's girl or some good person to other women. And then she expects it from other women. It's very weird to me.
I just think Princess overacting. That whole thing she did with Amada and how she was talking to Brooke, it was just giving extra the whole time. I'm like, okay.
Very much extra.
Something about it don't seem authentic. It just seems like you just doing too much. And then we talking about Ray. We talking about Ray J.
But then she tried to say, yeah, I know he's for the streets. I know he's a hoe. Well, why are you doing all this?
And I was glad Amada asked
here?
her that though.
Then
Like,
why
okay, what are we here for?
here? Amara was calm as fuck, y'all. That shit was hilarious. And then she was like saying it quietly, but we still heard every word. Like when she was like, I mean,
he wanted me. He
Like,
wants
Ocho
everybody
Cinco wanted me,
except you.
bitch. Ocho
Amara has truly learned that she gets under these whole skin and she doesn't even have to do a whole lot of much or nothing. Like I get under your skin.
When Eliza
Have a
came
field day
in
about it.
with that stupid fucking t-shirt on, when Amara was like, bitch, who else want beef? Like, I was like, exactly. I can't stand Eliza. Like, I wanted to hear, I know Tip was probably getting her ass together. I wish they would have let Tip say more. Because Tip is always gathering Eliza's ass.
She is.
But it was just a funny part when she was like, oh, he said he smelled your vagina. She was like, well, why would you believe him? Like,
Right. It sounded like some shit he would say to troll. What do you mean
Yes.
smell the vagina? You didn't do nothing else with it?
To me, I was like, why don't she realize that all of this was being done to upset her? All of it. Even asking Amara to come in and teach him how to bachata and about a movie. That was all to piss you off.
All to piss you off. And Amara's just like, girl, you never believe him, and now you are. Well, that's why I'm getting a divorce. Then why are we here, girl? Amara, I'm
Throw her out.
Because I wanted to enjoy a vacation on the beach. Okay.
Yeah, okay. To me, it was funny for you to be calling Amara stupid for believing Ray J about the movie, like Ray J not getting, deals and shit left and right. But okay, we can act like Ray J is full of shit, but Ray J really do be on Zeus Network and Tubi, and I'm sure it would be nothing for him to get a movie put on his platform. You know what I'm saying? Especially since he just got a streaming service. I do feel like on some level to just automatically assume, girl, you should know that Ray wasn't really about to do nothing. Why should we assume that? Ray J got other projects going on. Like, I don't know why she should automatically assume that he wasn't really going to want to work with her. When at the end of the day, we're here to film a scene either way. Like, it's an opportunity to make money. And I don't know if y'all noticed, Amara don't pass up on a check. So if you want her to film, she gonna come and film. So that's what I really think that was more about. But I don't think anybody wanted Ray J from the beginning. So Princess's whole energy is insane, but even more like how hypocritical it is. So she's stupid for believing him about a job, but you not stupid for believing him about sniffing somebody coochie. Like what? I don't know. But I don't know what else she could possibly tell us, because every time she sit down for an interview, it's the same drab, boring ass energy that she always give. That bitch ain't got no personality as far as I'm concerned. And we already talked about the Pinky Doll situation, but bitch, not Zoe and Ching Diamond about to come to blows.
That shit was funny.
It was. The
As
way Zoe
fuck.
stood up. I know a bitch ain't about to hit me. You don't know nothing. The way she stood up. Attention.
No, and it was also when they made it outside, and she said, Ching, what's up? She said it real calm, like, what's up? Oh gosh. She said, you mad because I bagged a fine ass nigga. And when she was hollering about you 6'5", your nigga 5'11", he looked like a boy nigga.
Child.
Like, I had to watch it over again because they started out so chill. Oh my gosh, she's coming on. Oh, hey girl. What?
That escalated very quickly. Mm-mm.
So here's the thing though. To me, I'm on Zoe's side. You sound stupid as fuck telling Zoe that she wrong for telling you she don't think you need to be paying for or taking care of no man who just got out of jail who don't have a job. And then
Zoe
you find that's 5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Zoe was with Kelvin. She was like, he's short. So what? He still got a big dick. I was dying laughing. I was just like, girl, it don't even matter. Why you trying to make me feel? Why you body shaming us? When she said, why you body shaming us, bitch? I was dying laughing.
I hollered.
No,
because it's not body shaming.
Well, it was for her to say it the way she did, like about like that's embarrassing for y'all, for you to be 6'5" and him to be 4'11. That's embarrassing.
That's body shaming. I think she's just saying like, no, I think she's just saying y'all don't go together. I don't think that's body shaming.
To me, it was because you shaming their body types together. Like, yeah, I heard.
Okay, I kept saying 5 because I was like, ain't no way I understood that correctly.
Yeah, no, she said you 6'5", he 4'11". Y'all look crazy, but to me, they look better than her being with a nigga like who in jail. You was sliding on the floor, ruining your opportunity to rap with Derek because that nigga didn't get out of jail. You look dumber than any type of way that Zoe gonna look.
For sure.
I don't give a fuck whether she was next to a little person. I don't give a fuck whether she was next to somebody just as big as her. I don't give a fuck. She still wasn't gonna never look as dumb as you talking about. We about to be Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Right.
Like when she said that and Zoe laughed in her face, she got mad. But I'm like, how delusional do you have to be? Somebody call Spice over here. Girl, you are delusional. You are delulu. What is going on? Chink is a fool. Chink is absolutely a fool. And I feel like Zoe was low-key being a good friend at first. Like, girl, I don't think you really need to be doing that because you know how these niggas are. And then she was like, you know, he didn't cheated on me 15, 18 times. I said, he don't keep a job. He don't keep a job. He keep cheating on you. And you mad that Zoe telling you don't compare that nigga to my nigga because at least my nigga got me off the street. And I was just like, ooh.
I gotta watch it again because that was funny as fuck. The way she... But she lit her up too damn fast. That was never your friend. She lit her up
waiting on that. She was waiting on that.
Oh yeah.
To me, you could tell like Ching is a good rapper, but you could tell Ching ain't worth shit by what she eat. Like, how you a big girl and all you eat is junk food? I find that so like lower class, bitch. Like, I need you to be big because you eating plates of food. When she turned down that Haitian food, Zoe was like, I'm gonna take you to all that Haitian spot. She was like, yeah, nah, where can I get some Cheetos or something? I said, bitch, what?
You still low class.
It is, bitch. If you go, I'm sorry, y'all can say I'm fucked up, but bitch,
no, I understand the logic. Right, you better eat some food of quality. We want it to be what do they call it? Gluttonous on some good stuff, you know, the richest of food, not the trash shit.
Girl, you going ham over some motherfucking Cheetos? When Zoe told her, bitch, you stink, I was like, that's because of your diet, bitch. You supposed to be eating real food, grains, bitch. Okay. They got fried broccoli. They got all right. She out here with a low vibration plate. Yeah,
Oh,
shut
gosh.
up. No, I was just saying, y'all. That shit blew the fuck out of me the way she. You ain't about to play with Zoe like that. I don't know. I got real defensive over Zoe in that moment because I like the way she was trying to play with Zoe in that moment. Talking about she can't rap, bitch. What? Don't play with Zoe like that. Zoe can rap. I like her. I like how she sound. She need to do more music. And focus on that. So let me see. Is there anything else we wanted to talk about from Love Hip Hop Atlanta? Because we need to move on. Because I know we've been here for a long time, and bitch, I don't know how long we're gonna be here after we finish talking about this dumbass shit. Hold up. Let me share my screen because we're gonna have to press play and pause and shit. But when I tell y'all, I'm so good. Like I can't wait to see what Love and Marriage Huntsville gonna be like in these later years now that Mel is gone.
Later years, if they get it.
But you said you were nervous, like you weren't going around trying to have threesomes with your husband.
Girl, you are lying. Girl,
I've never. All right, well, listen. Did you not get on your knees and slap on a hook and a crook in the back of the limo on your 10-year anniversary in front of all of them? Did it happen?
What does that have to do with
Tisha, cover the eyes.
Okay, so let's talk about that little portion right quick. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Mel must have been in a really dark place when she decided that she was gonna suck that nigga dick in a limo in front of them stupid ass people. And that's no disrespect. But to me, Tisha was never the person that you could do that around. Kimmy, you could do that around. Kimmy gonna keep that shit to herself. That was never gonna get out through Kimmy. Do you hear me? Tisha, one of them people that even though she be down for anything her husband will ask her to do, just like you was, if she wasn't gonna do it in that moment, she'll play it like, oh, you was willing to do all of that, but I'm not. When at the end of the day, you still getting dogged out by a nigga that don't even want to wear his wedding ring. He's just making them whole sign NDAs. Like, cut it out. But this shit was wild to me because I was like, technically what she's talking about is testing. So like if I do something sexual around somebody, it's to see how they respond to it, if they down for it. However, I don't think that's what this was. To me, if Mel really did,
she wasn't even there though. That's the thing.
No, exactly.
Yeah, Destiny wasn't even there to be speaking on it. Nobody was grooming her in that situation.
No, not her, but I meant other people around. Like, but the idea that if I take a dick out and start sucking it in front of people, it's because I want them to join in. I'm like, no, like that's not how that go at all. Actually, freak ass couples like to do shit around each other and watch each other. Like everybody don't like to switch, but I'll watch y'all do something because I won't see, and then I'm gonna go home and fuck this person that I'm with. Like at the end of the day, people be doing shit, okay? Either way, it seemed like all the adults involved felt as if they were not being groomed in any way. So for Destiny to even bring that shit up, like we said before, she likes to just throw shit at the wall and see if it's going to stick. And that way we can divert attention from the fact that she's a terrible human being. Because to be very clear, to make it seem as if you were scared to go by Mel's house, talking about I was nervous, and then you backpedaled and said that you was never scared. I'm like, which one is it, Destiny?
Tisha didn't answer the question though.
What was the question?
Mel said, Mel, I don't know if it came up yet, but Mel turns and says, Tisha, Marcel, have I ever made y'all feel any type of way? She didn't answer the question.
They don't respect you. They should never seen that. You were grooming. There's no reason for you to be married men and women.
Well, let me tell you, be very careful about saying things that are inaccurate. Because you're saying that I was walking around grooming somebody.
Did you get on your knees?
You're not married.
Did you get on your knees?
I'm not gonna get on my knees and slob on somebody's in front of people unless I want them to join in. That is what that is, grooming.
Did you ever feel like I was grooming you and Marcel to have a threesome with me and Martel?
Talk about the inappropriate text you sent to Marcel.
What inappropriate text? Yeah, talk about it. What inappropriate text did I send to Marcel?
Okay, so
Tisha never answered.
No, Tisha didn't get a chance to answer because Destiny interrupted her and then and threw something else out there about an inappropriate text message when it's like, girl, the text message wasn't even inappropriate. And to me, it sounds like, it is what I've always kind of thought, Marceau likes to fuck with Tisha's head when it comes to Mel. So I think that he's, he always kind of flirts or says little things or defends Mel. And I think it makes Tisha feel insecure. So to me, I think that it makes sense that Tisha would be like, like she's vindictive towards Mel consistently, even when they don't have an issue between the two of them. But because of the way Marceau acts, like think about it. Marceau was the only person that made sure he broke his neck to say hey to Mel when they were at the Fletcher's anniversary situation. Hey Mel.
Oh, so you need to read the super chat. Read the super chat right here.
Hold on, let me see. Thank you, Amina, for the super chat. Kimmy and MLK were in the limo too, and they didn't say anything. She made sure to ask Destiny who told her that, though. Maybe they participated. That's what I was. I clocked it.
Kimmy and Maurice might have participated in something too.
That's what I thought. That's why when Kimmy said, "Who told you that?" Who told you that? Because y'all gotta know, Kimmy has been letting us know that she's willing to do whatever to keep him satiated. So I think that when it comes to Mel was doing the same thing with Martell. I think it's a humiliation kink for the men, and then for the women, it's like I want to prove that I can do the same shit that hoe that you cheating on me with will do. Maybe you'll stop cheating on me if I'm willing to do the nasty shit that he's willing to do. That was
the nasty shit.
That's what it was about. And it is, because niggas like to do nasty ass shit. They like to do the nastiest shit they can think about sometimes. That's why y'all see niggas spitting in bitches' mouths and all of that shit. That's because people like to do nasty shit. And a part of doing nasty shit is sometimes doing it in front of other couples.
I wonder if Maurice would have actually, if Maurice and Kimmy actually did anything like that in front of Marceau. I don't know, but when she asked that question, like, how would you have known that? It made me think that they may not have done anything in that particular moment, but they've done something to where it's like, damn, if people in this circle is telling our business, then
we can't trust them.
What would you know about us?
Listen,
that was a pact.
Yes,
the pact was broken, and you could tell.
Yeah, because it happened on the first, I think, on their pilot when they filmed.
Yeah, that was the first season. That was when Tisha and Marceau was in the limo, low-key laughing and asking them about the cheating shit on the anniversary. So that was like one of the first times that it seemed as if they was poking fun at them. So I could even see Mel in her mind, like, if I do this, that'll prove that me and him are in a good spot. And ain't nobody taking my husband.
She was wild for that.
Yeah, no, definitely. But
the grooming, I don't think that that was right for Destiny to say that woman was grooming. I don't think that's what I mean. Enticing possibly, but not like grooming. Like that is, to me, that's just so not the same thing. And when it just didn't fit the situation for me. Typically, I feel like when I hear grooming, I feel like it's more so of a vulnerable person with with somebody else that's overpowering them in some fashion, and I just don't think that was the case.
Right.
But then did you see how she tried to turn herself into that whenever they questioned her on like Mel kept saying grooming. So then it turned into not just, I heard you did this in front of other people, but then it turned into, oh, well, when I was going through it and I went over to y'all's house and I was emotionally vulnerable and y'all asked me to stay the night. Then she tried to put herself in a position of where she couldn't really tell them no. So maybe it was grooming. Maybe you didn't feel comfortable telling them no that you want to stay in the night. That shit is dangerous as fuck.
It is. I appreciate the fact that Miss Nell was like, no, I would tell you to take your ass home, which to me showcases how really you wanted that to happen. You wanted people to fuck up. You wanted that and you didn't get it. And so now you're trying to flip it and act like, to me, because that's even like that Portia shit. Portia wanted to fuck Candy. So when it didn't go down, I guess, or whenever somebody, I guess, calls you to the carpet for it, you are embarrassed or shameful. So you flip it and try to make it seem like the person you was going after was coming after you. Because think about it. The way Destiny has continued to act like a lover that has been shunned, like her and Martell literally have given our girlfriend broke up with us. Like they commiserate. They commiserate. But I do understand, like, how it is when somebody is trying to test you and see what you might be into by like surprising you with sex on phones or any type of thing like that can be considered sexual harassment. But I think when Mel turned around and asked that question to Tisha and Marceau about have I ever made y'all feel uncomfortable, that was because, bitch, you may not have done anything in that moment, but we all know we've all done shit. So if I made you uncomfortable, then I might have to bring up how there was a time when you made me uncomfortable. Because to me, the only way you would be doing shit like that with other couples is if those other couples had done shit like that in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And the way
I mean, I ain't gonna disagree, but what I'll say is I do feel like Mel and them did it first. I do need Tisha to also pick a side because you would say that Mel hasn't done anything in front of you that made you feel uncomfortable. But as much as Mel was sitting up there trying to avoid answering Destiny's question to confirm that she actually did do that, and Tisha and Kimmy confirmed that she did with their response. As much as that happened, you still was like, when they asked, are y'all gonna do it? You was like, no, we're not gonna do it. The way that you relayed your response was Mel making you feel uncomfortable. And for you to sit up there and try and flip it and make it seem like you talking about Martell. Martell made me. Martell was this. I was upset with Martell. No, you was upset with Mel.
That didn't have nothing. How did that make Martell look bad? That did not make Martell look bad. That made Mel look
bad. And you know what
she
you
tried
was
to
doing.
deflect to make it seem. Yeah, she tried to deflect to another issue.
Before I forget, so you know what the word is, and what I thought, and I've heard other YouTubers say it too. They think that this is what Tisha was telling Destiny in that hotel at their last reunion show when they kept asking Mel what they was talking about. Mel didn't want to say what they were talking about because then that would have put her on blast.
So I have to be honest, and for me, it's like, damn, who's the fucking real Mel then? Because I will be honest and say, you walk around poised and all of this stuff, like, oh, yes, you boo, but then bitch, you're down on your knees, sucking, slobbing on the damn knob in front of everybody. And I was really shocked by that because that's not how I see Mel. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this cast, in my opinion, get frustrated with her. And that's some shit Kimmy called out about her from season 1, where she feels like Mel's like, she said this in one of her confessionals. Mel likes to portray like everything is perfect and everything is this and everything is that. And I think that she does. I think she does do that. Must be two sides. Yeah, definitely had me looking like, damn, Mel.
I agree 100%.
The Scorpio comment. You remember?
What's the comment?
They were saying something about me being a Scorpio girl. And remember, we was talking about like what they meant by that. Like saying she was a Scorpio. They say like if you're a Scorpio, I'm Scorpio. You know how Tyrese made that noise, like the Scorpios doing the most sexually. So I feel like essentially
I would have been like, and if I did be like, instead of dismissing it, I would have been, and if I did be
essentially that's
right.
Anniversary.
I told y'all that I had been this was the season for exposing Mel. I feel like when I say expose, take that very lightly, but I mean they trying to expose her character. And I had peeped it a couple episodes back whenever she wasn't. I don't feel like she said it with her chest when she met up with Kimmy. Even on the stage, this reunion, I don't feel like she held her own when it came to that. I'm with you, Jamie, on that. I think it's kind of worrisome as somebody who has been Team Mel this whole time to know that she can manipulate people's perception of her to be one thing and everybody else on stage knows her as another thing, and they haven't said anything this whole time. Because then it's like, damn, I'm thinking that these people on the show are complete trash, which they are. They are trash. But it's like, damn, they know other aspects that
we don't. Yeah. And that's why Kimmy, the reason why they ain't saying that, because Kimmy said every time we may say something, call out anything, we got to go and fuck around, have a meeting with you because you HR.
But when has Mel ever went at anybody for something like this? Like, let's be very clear. Mel ain't never went at none of y'all about no nasty shit y'all was doing as couples.
No. But I don't think any of them would have done that. Destiny is an outsider. She's not there.
It really is. And I don't want her to return. So I really hope they figure out her replacement.
Tisha is the fucking one that told her that shit. And I really feel like Marceau was pissed the way Marceau looked at her when she was answering the question. Because you weren't supposed to tell her that shit because obviously she don't know how to hold water. But to me, I understand what y'all saying, but I don't feel like it makes Mel that different of a person. Most of us don't really know how people are in bed or what type of freak shit they on. It doesn't necessarily make them a completely different person because that's not a part of them we would see anyway. Like we're not going to see your sexual.
I agree.
You know,
I agree when it comes to that part, but another part where I couldn't get with it this season was the situation with Miss Nell when she said that you were never my mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. When you first introduced us to Miss Nell and she was your mentor, she helped you with Martell. Then all of a sudden it was you basically ain't shit. I got my mama and bigger than I got God, and you ain't mentor me, you mentor Martell. And it very much was giving, you need to come sit down in my kitchen and explain yourself to me, and then let me tell you why you was never my mentor. It was just, I think Kimmy had a valid point when she said that people have to have discussions with her.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with it, but I also feel like we on a reality show. What the fuck else are we supposed to do when we have an issue, but have a scene where we come together and have a talk and then we argue and go back and forth? Like, that's the reality show. To be clear, y'all wouldn't have to talk to her about shit if everybody wasn't on a reality show because nobody would be friends.
Nah, Kimmy made it seem like it wasn't on a reality show. It was meetings they would have behind the scenes. Like that time they had to come together and have a come to Jesus type moment. That's how it came out to me. They're having meetings behind the scenes.
But I feel like
I'm also saying
shit that's happening on the show. Any conversation that they having now is based off of what's going on the show. It's not like in real life we would have to have these conversations. But I also feel like, so what? Like, we gonna have a conversation. What you gonna do? Like, you gonna talk to me or we not gonna talk? But what does that mean about Mel, that every time they say something she don't like, she like, so you said this, what happened? Like, what does that mean?
That means teacher's pet. We can't touch her. We got to be mindful of what we say. She might not like that, but at least I can talk about this.
I mean, I don't feel like we could really say that about Mel because I don't think they've ever really had like
I don't think we saying nothing. We just, highlighting what they said, what they're saying more so. That's what they saying.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
I see all sides of it. It's just alarming to see that some of the things that they have said about Mel are accurate. Her portraying herself one way. Yeah, I never thought that she was putting on. Really.
Like, we're not saying that everybody else is, not trash.
Right.
That's why I just feel like a lot of times with this show, people prop up one person as if they are perfect, and there's not even a single person on this earth that's perfect in all things. And I just feel like everybody got some stuff with them that can be divvied out. That's just it. Like, I'm with Necey. Like, I see all sides of the situation. I don't think she's always perfect in everything. That's all I'm saying.
And honestly, I think Tisha told. Tisha told because she was jealous. Jealous and also intimidated.
She's always been intimidated.
Like, damn, my husband looking at Mel suck dick. What if he like that?
And you know what's crazy is that's where you probably should have got offended, but then you sitting over here offended about a text message that really wasn't even that deep. And then you said, and that's why I'm like, Tisha, I need you to figure it out. And like Martell kind of said, you scared of Mel or whatever it was, tell her, like, talk to her, say that to her, because that's where your issue really is. It's not really with Martell as much as you trying to put it off on him. Stand in your stuff. Because 1 minute she didn't make you feel uncomfortable, but then you tell the story of what happened, and then you're like, no. That means you are uncomfortable. Then just say that. Unless you're afraid of having that meeting that Kimmy said y'all gonna have afterwards.
I mean, y'all ain't gotta have no more meetings because she quit the show. y'all ain't gotta worry about having no more
I
meetings.
will also say it feels like, and I said this earlier, it feels like they set out to expose Mel. It feels like they set out to go after her this reunion.
This whole season.
I just think the only thing that was left field was Destiny sharing what happened in the limo. Outside of that, everybody had the same agenda.
I would agree with that for sure. Cause I was like, I remember tweeting about it. I was like, damn, do the producers not like Mel or something? Like, what the fuck going on? Like, a lot of stuff they doing making her look like, what the hell?
It's not a good look the way they was doing it. Even them trying to tease like Ariana is coming on, but we know that the special guest is really Stormy.
And what's she gonna do?
That's what I'm saying.
And I
With the
pray
dog
she don't
pile.
return.
Now it's gonna be a dog pile. She gonna come back on just so she could be like, and Mel did with the harassing communications and
That would
all
be
of that dumb shit.
crazy if Mel lead this show and they still spend a whole season talking about that woman.
They are.
Let that lady live her life.
I mean, I don't know what else they would talk about because they don't want to talk about what's going on with them. To me, the whole thing that with Kimmy going off, because then we're gonna have to have a meeting with Mel. Well, bitch, I had to have a meeting with you when I said something about your fucking husband, talking about you could come to me first. I did come to you first, and you ain't want to talk about it. So now the producers got me talking about it with everybody else, and y'all acting like y'all don't know what the fuck going on. Like at the end
tried
of
to
the day,
deflect real bad though.
to me, that nigga cheating and you deflecting. Tisha, that nigga cheating and you deflecting. And Mel, I feel like you want to be the queen bee of this show and you just not friends with none of these people no more. So it's not even making it easy for you to be on this show in the first place because there's no point. Don't none of y'all really like each other. Y'all not working together no more. And they keep forcing you into situations with your abuser. So I'm glad that she left.
And I was gonna say that too. Like I would have got up off the table as well because it's now a situation where the gloves are off, right? So if people feel like it's time to expose Mel and show people that the pretty lady that you see ain't really who she is, I would have got the fuck up off the table too, especially if you ain't trying to jeopardize the audience that you've built, you know what I'm saying, based on what somebody got to say about you, whether they lying or whatever. You got to defend that. Then you got to come to work every day and continue to fight with these people. Like I would have got up off the table too. I was like, y'all got it.
I wonder if she is gonna sue because everybody, Destiny and over them, I saw a clip of Destiny and her therapist over there talking, and it was like, I'm not worrying about no lawsuit. And it's like, well, you should be worried about one because you absolutely did get on national television and said you was nervous to see by her house and that she groomed you, even though you never gave a actual example that included you.
Right. And because she didn't give an actual example, and I'm just asking because I really want to know the question, okay? And hopefully a person that's legal can hop in the comments and let me know for sure. So because she didn't really say anything that kind of like implicated her being a part of it, and you just said the term grooming, but you highlighted the incident that actually happened, confirmed by the cast members, but you used the wrong term, which is grooming. It makes me wonder, will she be able to actually sue because somebody said you groomed?
Well, I mean, it was another part of that. The other part was the sleepover thing. And I was nervous to be at your house and you was asking me to come over. Like, I feel like essentially if you put, especially if they have an unedited version, because I feel like she probably said more shit than that. So
I'm sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they probably cut shit out to protect her ass from litigation.
Right. And I'm wondering if it's going to be a lawsuit. Is that truly defamation? Or would it be more so could she craft a lawsuit for hostile work environment or
That's
something?
what I was thinking. It's probably
I wonder that would be the better one.
Destiny ain't got nothing for her to take, so it don't even make sense for her to try to sue her.
Like,
and I wonder why Candy
I'm so
didn't sue Portia or Phaedra.
Say what?
Candy, she didn't sue Portia or Phaedra.
She didn't.
I wonder.
She wanted to stay on the network, so I bet you because they were so convoluted with what happened, they couldn't really prove it. Like who said what and where it came from. The reunion probably, muddied it a bit.
Yeah.
And Candy probably didn't want to take it there.
Yeah, probably not. Like, yeah,
normally, rise above all our haters.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Destiny to go though.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
I don't
definitely
have to go.
And then you started being you lied twice. Like that's what was getting me. Like you just at this point you're a liar for me. You're just a liar.
Oh yeah, still ain't explained to pimp your mama out. Where'd she hear that from? That's what I want to know.
Lie she made up.
She got that from Ariane and Martell. Everything she says that she gets it from Ariane and Martell.
And what she talking about? Y'all was in the bed doing this and that, and such was in the bed. And were you trying to say that was Ariane in the bed, or were you trying to say that was Mel's mom in the bed?
That's what I think she was saying. It was Mel's mom. Like they were staying in a hotel room with 2 beds.
And what does that have to do with
one bed? And they was, I guess, doing something while they thought the mama was sleeping or some shit like that. I don't know. But to me, I feel like it's something that Martell probably would have tried to do, and her probably acquiescing just to get him to like stop asking her. Like I feel like women act like y'all don't know, like niggas try to sometimes muscle you into giving up coochie you ain't trying to give up, and sometimes you do it just to make them leave you alone. Thank you, Brittany Janae. Mel put in a clause when she left the show that none of the cast can talk about her. Okay. QT, thank you for the super chat. They had a meeting about Wanda talking about her kids. That I mean, I don't know why we couldn't have a meeting about that, bitch, because you need to be lucky I ain't bust you in your face for your mama. Fabulous Faces, thank you for the super chat. Can someone explain to me how The Secret is hurting Martell? That was another thing. I
love that question.
Like I
Because
don't. It's not.
Oh,
It was never meant to hurt. And thank you again, Fabulous Faces. I think bedroom stuff is off limits, period. Grooming is the wrong word. Absolutely. It is the wrong word. But I think she used that word like she said. She even said it, y'all, on her podcast. It was a buzzword and it was a hot button topic at that time. And I think that's not the first time that she's done that. You just take something like that shit she was saying about, oh, you was trying to teach the girl how to respectfully cheat. Like, that's not what was actually happening. But the way you can try to like draw that shit together to make that conclusion just shows how you can't be trusted. Yeah, don't nobody ever need to be friends with Destiny ever again in life. But I'm gonna tell you, you wanna talk about somebody who image don't match up with their life. Destiny is somebody whose image don't match up with their life.
It's not.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, to your point, everybody is. Everybody on this show got a ton of shit that they are not bringing to the surface. It's just,
facts.
I don't know. It's just interesting.
And Shanita was right, but we all knew she was right. Tisha, to me, without fail, every fucking season, Tisha has a little slick remark about Mel in one way or another in defense of Martell or in agreement with Martell, no matter whether she and Mel are supposed to be good or not. She'll swear up and down, oh, me and Mel don't have a problem. And then we'll hear her in the confessional, maybe Mel did cheat. Like, come on, bruh. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. So I'm glad that the show is about to, move on to another stage, and we'll just see how it works out without Mel being there, because y'all were never giving anything up. Besides that. Oh, and one more thing about the reunion show that I wanted for us to talk about. Trisha coming out and Martell. Well, first of all, Carlos asking Trisha those questions and her shaking her head yes, but saying no. That to me was like a clear, obvious.
I didn't realize she was shaking her head yes.
That lady is.
No.
And then Martell joked. All right, we had sex in front of that lady man.
Yes. I'm sorry. I felt like both of them wanted to get that truth out in some type of way. And I think they fuck. I think they fuck more than once too.
I pray to God they don't. He just needs to revamp. If you're losing Mel, you already were losing your audience. You're gonna lose even more now that Mel is gone. He needs to he gonna have to change some stuff. I don't think Ariana is going to be enough. If she were to come on the show, you're gonna have to get Trish and them up out of there, wrap their storyline up. Do not let Stormy come back. I think Stormy should continue to do what she's doing with Canvas over there.
You mean them body glazes from Alibaba?
Are they from Alibaba?
Oh yeah. Somebody sent it to me. It's white label.
Oh,
no. I don't know. Cause I was on what's that show called? Salt Lake City, when they said Whitney's stuff came from Alibaba. When I thought about that, Alibaba will steal images. So I don't know if that came from Alibaba or not. But what I can say is the shit selling. And in all honesty, we got a lot of shit coming from China anyway that's over there in Walmart and other stores. So I ain't even gonna shade her like that, because y'all know I fuck with Stormy, period.
I am no. I'm a shader though.
So,
I still think
she's selling though.
I'm a shader. I mean, I'm gonna shade everybody else. And to me, somebody was like selling those same body glazes out of their own store. That's how they knew. Because somebody was one of my subscribers, sent it to me in my DMs a while back and was like, girl, I used to sell this exact same shit off Alibaba. She didn't even change the graphics. And it's 5011, flavors and all of that shit. And I ain't hating on it, but it's a hell of a difference to go from the hair care products.
She still do that.
She still do the hair care products? Because I haven't heard much
She
about
still do her hair products, and she do the body glaze, and she just started doing candles.
All I see is body glaze. Every time I get on fucking Instagram, all I see is body.
I did see
You know that
somebody.
one?
I did see another company on TikTok though that had some body glazes, but it was after I was seeing her. So I was like, is this like a mimic or something? Is this from Alibaba? Okay, is this from China? Because I said this looks unfamiliar. They didn't have, it was like the same type of thing, but it wasn't the same design.
Okay.
So I was like, interesting.
And thinking about the product side, since Stormy already has a hair care brand that involves chemicals, you got to get some type of testing involved in the US to be able to have that out, which some vendors can have their own testing that they supply you, but it wouldn't be far-fetched for her to have somebody make stuff for her already since she already doing in the hair care business. So ain't no telling, but
now she being
that would be crazy, man. You got that big ass warehouse. I would think that you're making your stuff here, but who knows? Because people have big ass warehouses all the time and get that shit from somewhere else.
Hey, listen, I ain't hating on it. I just feel like it seems as if she has like mastered the marketing part of this, but I do feel like I've seen a lot of, we doing a lot when it comes to the marketing, but is everybody happy with the product? Is it a good product, or are we just selling fast? You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing.
Yeah, I got you.
But I mean, fuck, I like Stormy. I didn't like the shit that was happening on the show. No, I hate the way, the harassment.
I agree. I did not like her on the show.
I'm sorry.
Y'all didn't like Stormy on the show?
No,
not at all.
I was still happy to see her succeeding. And when she got off the show, I was happy that her business is still doing well for her. And I felt like she needed to be in a piece of her farmhouse and, sell your shit and go back to your house. You don't need to be, everybody's not a likable person on a reality show. To me, she always, to me, I think there is a pattern of behavior for people on this show. I hate to say it because I know everybody gonna be like, oh,
I already know what you're gonna say. I go ahead.
They all come on the show befriending Mel so that they can come on the show. They befriend her, they get on the show, and then when they see that she's kind of in opposition to the other cast members, they decide they want to be closer to the other cast members because they want to be on the show more than they care about being her friend. I don't begrudge them that, but I feel like then they start to find reasons because it's always the same reason. Oh, Mel didn't talk to me. Mel stopped talking. Tisha said the same thing. Tisha was the first person to come to Mel with, we haven't really been talking like we used to. And then it was the same thing with Destiny. It was the same thing with Stormy. And then even with Nell to some extent, I feel like it's the same type of vibe where they come on the show. They want to be on the show more than they really care about being Mel's friend. And then it's like, oh, well, Mel's not a good friend. When really, no, y'all just came on the show. Y'all just wanted to be on the show. Y'all didn't really want to be her friend like that. They've all done the same thing.
But when I think about other reality shows, sometimes I feel like that happens on other shows like the Housewives.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I feel like people get so tight about it with Love and Marriage Huntsville versus like other shows though.
In what way?
Like, I mean, if Nene brought multiple people on and then they no longer are her friends, and I can't, I'm trying to see, was it Married to Medicine? Oh, I'm thinking about Salt Lake City because what's her name? Lisa. A lot of the people that came to the show were Lisa's friends. And then they ended up meeting other people, wanting to get to know other people. And Lisa, like, I'm done bringing people on this show or whatever. And maybe they befriend Lisa to be on the show, but we don't be so tight about it like we are over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville because of
we're more
this
invested.
love that people have for Mel. Like, I mean, it's a common thing for people to come on a show through a person. And oftentimes I'm like, people kind of forget that Stormy was already considered for Bell Collective. So and how I'm thinking about it is like, it wouldn't be difficult for her to get on Love and Marriage Huntsville if she was already considered.
That's not the point. The point is not that they are trying to come on the show and they come on the show through her. It's the fact that they all come on the show the same way and then fall out with her and say the exact same thing. And so
it's also the way she came on the show was trying to bulldoze for Mills. She made it very clear. She didn't just come on the show like, yeah, I know of Mills. She came on the show like, yeah, this is my girl. I'm gonna fight for Mills.
And I'm gonna defend her. And Mel didn't even ask her to do all that. Mel was like, y'all don't even know each other. Wait a minute. Girl, I never get that scene.
But I blame that on Destiny because I will say that, you know, Stormy was just trying to get an understanding and she got an attitude. But then over time, if I feel like we cool and then out of nowhere, you just think you like, damn, I'm hitting you up. Like, damn, did I do something? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm gonna feel away too. I don't know too many people that's not gonna feel away. You know, I'm not arguing with you about it, but I'm just asking you about it. And when I'm trying to have a conversation with you, you kind of like, you know, I feel personally playing in my face just a little bit like, damn, I bet, let me fall back then. And then with this show, I feel like a lot of the fans expect a person to still have loyalty when they not fucking with a person no more. Like people are like, oh my God, Destiny, why are you hanging out with Ariana and taking pictures and this and that? She does not mess with Mel. She ain't got to do nothing. Just like Mel can be cool with Sonny, Destiny could be cool with whoever she wants. And I feel the same way with Stormy. Like once we not talking, like I don't owe you nothing.
I couldn't agree more.
Especially if you created that space, like damn.
I
feel like just have a conversation. Like if I did something, if somebody around me, just talk to me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would think. But you know, that's me.
I also feel like there's more to that. And to me, it's not as simple as that. Stormy had a lot of little shit going on with her.
That's what I'm saying. Because I definitely saw it from your point of view of whenever she cut her off, I would be feeling some type of way too. I don't owe you nothing. But with Stormy, to me, it felt like she was always trying to stunt in front of the group. She always wanted to keep whatever energy. You could tell she was talking shit behind doors. It was like so unnecessary because one-on-one, she never had that energy. In front of the group, she had a point to prove. That's why I was like, nah, I can't get with it.
And look, and this makes
an example.
Let me think. I know very well of an example. I just can't think of an exact one.
Wait, an example of what?
An example of Stormy speaking to Mel one-on-one. So you remember whenever the season started back and Stormy spoke to Mel one-on-one and basically was like, yeah, you got a new number and everything was all cool.
Yeah.
But then there were various times throughout the rest of the season where even though her and Mel had squashed their issue, anytime Stormy had the opportunity to turn up, she would. She did that several times and it wasn't even necessary.
She turned up on Mel?
Yeah, it would be slight things. She would say something real slick or something. I think it was the spy.
Yeah, it was around that time because it was like a event they had before the spy day and then the spy day and then it was something else that happened. But it was like a maybe 2 or 3 events where Stormy was on one.
Yes, all for nothing. And sometimes the stuff wasn't even directly having to do with her. It was just her wanting to comment on stuff.
It was Tiffany. Like that too. Yeah, it was definitely.
But one-on-one, they never had issues. But when she got in front of the group, you could tell she had to keep whatever same energy she had when they was talking shit together. That's what I didn't like about her on the show.
I thought she wanted to become the queen bee.
Tea party. Thank you. The tea party.
Okay. This is another thing. Somebody said Carlos' MO was to tell everybody if they wanted to stay on the show to oppose Mel. If they didn't, he iced them out, which would make sense when you think about like maybe the shit that happened with Tiffany, you know, other people that may have been brought on the show and because they didn't take a certain, you know, viewpoint, now all of a sudden we don't see them as much anymore. I also been clocking for years the way Tisha keep doing little shit behind the scenes to try to like him Mel up. Them bringing Trisha on that trip was a way to him Mel up because
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny and Trisha were both brought on that trip in order to him Mel up. Then when Tisha brought the Cardon Blue girl to Mel's tea party in order for that story about the sex tape to come out. Like throughout I think a lot of stuff be going on, so much shit be going on that we don't really see. That it's hard to connect the dots sometimes about how much is being done and what people are actually responding to versus what we see. Because I think that's another thing with Carlos. Like they'll present something to us, but really it's some other shit that they telling people behind the scenes for them to be beefed out. And I think that they've come to that conclusion that messy shit is being done. Like you tell, and I bet you any money they tell Tisha shit all the time to make her feel a way towards Mel, to keep that shit, that back and forth between the two of them going. Because they will make up, and it's the same thing. I don't have a problem with Mel. And then the next time you see her in a confessional, she throwing some little slick ass shade.
I do feel like, though, honestly, Tisha ain't never let that shit go. So if they are telling her something, I don't think it take much. I feel like she hasn't let it go like Destiny. She just has a better way of disguising it.
Something to be said for people that don't have good relationships with their moms, man. Like that's low key what is given when you think about how Wanda is ignorant as fuck. When you think about how Destiny's mama was on drugs and not really around for her. You know what I'm saying? Like also fuck even Stormy. Stormy's mama is a fucking narcissist and got to make everything about her. Like to me, those women really have a hard time, you know, whenever they have conflict with another woman. Also, you know what else? That's another example.
I think Mel the only one on the show that has a pretty good relationship with her mom. Because I think before Nell's mom passed away, I think she said they had some little friction or whatnot.
Her and her sister, right? It was some shit with her and her sister, she said, right?
I don't know if it was with the sister. I just thought it was like them two directly having issues.
Yeah.
Nell and her mom.
But the other time with Stormy, fuck, I lost it. I had it. Damn. The other time was Stormy.
Talking to her mama?
The shit about her mama, period. Like her mama not liking Mel and it being based off of shit before Mel even like really met her mom. Like all of those things kind of yes. And it's also giving y'all have conversations about people behind their back with y'all mamas, and y'all mamas come and tell the truth while y'all pretend like y'all cool with people. The Stormy at the tea party. What was it? Fuck. I'm trying to remember what I was about to say about another time that I felt like Stormy was trying to shine on people. But it's escaping me. I had it in I lost it.
Was it when she went to the when they was on the trip and she bought them what she bought? She bought a ring or something?
No, it was Destiny. It was Destiny. It was the Gucci purse. It was how much she tried to make up with Destiny. To me, that showed the desperation to be cool with the cast and not just.
It wasn't even just that. It was her tone changing completely at the reunion.
Because who the fuck is Destiny to be people pleasing?
Ooh,
exactly.
But she came the way it was like 2 or 3 times where Destiny was dry as fuck with her, and she would keep trying, and then was sitting up there talking to Mel. Remember they was at the Madani thing, and it's just
I also think she was gunning for the audience to like her as well. I think the audience truly get to people on the show, and I think she did that for the audience to like her.
Let me get you a Gucci bag, because I'm a rich bitch who don't want no drama.
I just don't want to see Destiny back on the show. And I also feel like I don't see how anybody can really befriend her after she sat up there and did what she did and lied multiple times on that stage. I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, even outside of the lie, you came on there and exposed some information that wasn't even privy to you. You dangerous. You could never be around me. You wouldn't be able to know anything about me.
And can't nobody be around Tisha no more neither.
Hell no. And that's what Kimmy clocked. That's what Kimmy clocked when she said, "How do you know that?"
Because I feel like it was already obvious.
And then Tisha, I told her when I was mad at Martell. Nah, BIT, you told her this shit when you was mad at
Martell.
That shit too old.
And to the point of the super chat, how does this information hurt Martell?
It doesn't hurt him at all.
At all.
Let me see. The question, thank you for the super chat. I think the show went downhill with the season 5 altercation with Wanda.
It did.
I thought it was the Kiki thing. To me, when
that was late. The Kiki thing was late.
Well, you know they blacked out after that. That's when the blackout started taking place after that.
Yeah, to me, that was really when the shit started going downhill. Because to me, like, I don't give a fuck. I like a good fight on a reality show, man. And plus, it was the niggas and not the women for once.
And I thought they did that to get Wanda off the show. But when she got off the show, they still didn't come back and watch. The views still was low.
I think the views was low just because the show has become very toxic.
I agree.
Amina, thank you for the super chat. Destiny sucks at business. Clearly doesn't have a home worth filming in and can't keep a man, a total mess. And I'm convinced Carlos hates black women. Oh yeah, like I keep saying that Carlos is working out whatever his childhood issues with his mama and his sisters is through the women on this show. That's what he's giving to me.
Did y'all clock when Destiny, when he said, I'm about to land the plane, she said, I hope you are, or something like that. And did you see how he looked at her? But did y'all catch that she didn't come back out? Did y'all catch that once he wrapped her session up, she didn't come back out? She hit the stage in the beginning because remember he said something about her earring. You lose your earrings like you lose your men. But after that happened, he wrapped her session up and put her ass back there. I said, yeah, keep her back there and don't bring her back to the show. He
wasn't in the cast photo. He was not.
He was trying to keep it cute. He was trying to keep it cute on some. Oh well, you took a break. No, you didn't take a break. Your ass was on suspension because Carlos was not happy with you. So when she said that, yeah, go ahead and land it. He was like, bitch, don't try it.
Let me answer this question real quick. Somebody says, Jami, you don't appear to care for Mel too tough when I hear you talk about things concerning her. Well, it's a few things. One, I'm not entitled to like anybody, not even you, and you don't even have to like me. That's first. Second, I don't care for a single person on this show, to be honest. I watch it, we discuss it for you guys. It makes me know, never mind. She doesn't implement a lot in my life like I don't do hers. It is what it is. I do feel like, and I know you may be asking just like a general question, but I do feel like a lot of times when people put comments out there like that, they expect and they require you to like somebody because everybody else does. I don't have to like her at all. I'm not saying that I don't. I'm just telling you that I don't have to. That's all.
And there's that. Y'all know I like her, so.
And but you know, even when we call people out about stuff, I think they think that, oh, you must not like them because you're calling them out.
Yeah,
I just feel like she's
what it is.
She's wrong in this. I feel like most of the time I agree with her in stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever you think, you're right. Actually, whatever you think, you're right.
Exhausting, period, because people do have such a strong response either way about whatever your opinion might be, whether they for male, against male, whatever. But the fact that we even like on a show talking about motherfuckers lying on people about this type of shit just shows how toxic this show is, period.
I
You know
agree.
what I'm saying? So, you know, oh shit, why stuff making noise?
I mean, it is so toxic.
It is.
It is crazy. It's just, child. That's why people move their stuff to Patreon, because the audience is like crazy.
Yeah, no, it's too much. It's too much.
Somewhere you like, I understand where Tisha's coming from here. They go crazy in the comments. You disagree with something Mel did, they go crazy in the comments. Like it's like, girl, y'all got it. You got it. Y'all better not try that shit with Real Housewives of Atlanta. Calm down.
Oh, when they gonna come back, child? Because
I think it's March 9th.
March 9th? Okay.
Yeah.
I hope they got something willing to give, because girl, when I tell you I didn't see it for Real Housewives of Potomac, and I just, girl, if I please don't disappoint us. Don't disappoint us. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Oh, okay. That's it. That's all. We're gonna get out of here. We had it. Y'all had it. We got it. Oh, did y'all see though that they might be doing like a documentary talking about Carlos and how he done fucked with people?
Yeah, somebody in the comments said it's already out.
Oh, yeah. On I forgot. I pulled it up on my YouTube.
Was it Kempire?
I think it is Kempire.
Was it Kempire? Because I thought it was what is it? Black something. I forgot the name of it. But I didn't think it was Kempire. But I know I saw him do a video. Either way,
yeah, he put some up, look like 3 or 4 hours ago.
Let me see. Because the thing I saw was from a few days ago. Surviving Carlos. Yeah, I think they're talking about the.
Someone said it's good.
Hold up. I think they're talking about the one that I saw on another site, but I could be.
They said Kempire did a review on it.
Yeah,
Brown Skin Girl posted the trailer. Where is it at?
Wow,
it's on YouTube. Surviving Carlos. Let me put it in. Hold up.
That's crazy work.
And I said it.
Carlos.
I literally said, I was like, watch, they gonna have a surviving.
Yeah, you did say that. You did.
because there's too many people coming out saying that the nigga is wrong. Here you go. I think it was Black Hollywood History.
Oh my.
Let me see.
Okay, no, they're saying Kempire did it. It wasn't his review. He did it on his own.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right. Hold up. Let me see. Let me just see right quick what he's talking about. Hold up.
So what is the Black Hollywood thing then?
There's another YouTube page.
Where he was, what
There's another YouTube page that kind of did like a documentary talking about Carlos and some of the things that happened on, during his career.
Oh.
One of the things they said was that he wanted to do a documentary about Apollo, and that was really the reason why he left Bravo. Not really because of the shit that happened with Candy, Portia, and Phaedra. There was a lot of shit that was said. I couldn't really remember it all. It's on Brown Skin Girl channel. Okay, hold up. Let's go to Brown Skin Girl channel then. Brown Skin Girl. I knew they was gonna pull up Beyonce.
It's Skin with a Y, I think.
Okay, help me out. Thank you. Why y'all got
to make a difference?
Let me just put Carlos, child. Why y'all got us on live over 3 hours? Like, what's going on?
Damn, where is it at?
I'm about to say I do not see it. I really feel
I thought it was Black Hollywood.
It was Black Hollywood.
Black Hollywood History.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I said.
Everybody is just.
You won't believe the chaos.
Hold up, y'all see that? Okay, hold up.
That erupted when Melody Sherry allegedly dropped the bombshell that the cast of Lamh could no longer use her name, likeness, or image on the show. It wasn't just a decision; it was a statement, a declaration of independence that shook the reality TV world to its core. Fans were stunned. The cast was left speechless.
Hold up, let me see if this is the only one. This is hold up, wait. What y'all saying? What? I think this is it right here.
When it comes to love and marriage, Huntsville, drama is always at the center. But this time, the chaos isn't just on screen. It's happening behind the scenes and is serious. OWN Network and executive producer Carlos King are now facing another lawsuit. And let me tell you, the allegations are explosive. You won't believe what's being said about this situation. From
Okay, they're saying that's not it. I think so. I'm seeing everybody's talking about Kempire, but then I am seeing a couple comments with the brown skin girl, but instead of the eyes, both eyes are replaced with Y's. So skin and girl.
Okay. Hold up. Skin.
SKYNGYRL.
Yeah. There we go. Is it okay? Is this okay? Surviving Kingdom Drain. Is that it?
See what we can do together. Let's work together. So I believed him when he used the black card. And he did me worse than the white folks.
Sometimes Carlos act up like, we don't step in.
Hold up. I couldn't even hear what that was. Hold up.
See what we can do together. Let's work together. So I believed him when he used the black card. And he did me worse than the white folks.
Sometimes Carlos act up like, we don't step in.
And the fact that it was allowed to continue is ridiculous. It is disgusting. It is unacceptable. And no one should have to sit through that for reality TV.
Me like, yeah. But I was the one reacting. It was me reacting, but show why I was reacting like that, And it was very unorganized, on camera, off camera. It was a mess. And I left after the first season.
Do you know how bad it has to be for someone to leave after season 1? She is a reality, I would consider pro, because she has had experience and she understands that, it comes with some ups and some downs. But I feel like, in my opinion, she felt like there were more downs than.
Okay. So I keep seeing everybody say, go to Kempire, go to Kempire, go to Kempire. I'm about to just end the live and y'all can go to Kempire. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so y'all have a good night. We hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please like, comment, subscribe to everybody's channels. I'll put it up there on the screen so y'all can remember where to find us at. Please send us emails of your mess because I want to go back to doing advice letters. So if you got mess, if you getting your ass beat by a paraplegic, please send us some emails so we could give you advice on how to push him down some stairs. Okay. I appreciate y'all for coming through tonight. Thank you and good night.